Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Mods. Everyone. Hello. Ooh, I can be heard. Yes. Hi, chat. It's I, everyone's favorite disembodied voice in the sky. Here to offer some quick blessings before we go live. First, I would like to bless Spectrum. Not my internet provider. I'm not D'Angelo, but D'Angelo's internet provider. Hopefully, they will not randomly disconnect him 3 hours into the stream today. I would also like to bless Twitch. Hopefully, Twitch will not die during arguably the most anticipated stream we've had so far. And lastly, I would like to bless everyone in chat. And I hope you have a relaxing time with our special guest. I think 3 minutes is like the shortest starting soon screen I've ever had. I mean, not me, I'm not him. And that's ironic because this is the most technical difficulty prone stream that we've ever tried to run. But if everything looks good to you, I guess I will go ahead and switch over. Okay, please work, please work, please work. Oh, it works though. Hi chat. Hi everybody. Oh snap. How are y'all doing? Ooh, okay, wait. Give me like 1 second. I'm gonna turn off this fancy editing mode. I'm gonna close Streamlabs. I'm gonna open... Cause I can't see chat right now. Let me see, I just need a quick pop out. Gonna mute that. Oh, hi chat, there you are. Let me pop you guys out so I can actually speak to you. Let me see, dashboard. Pop out. How's everyone doing today? You look fantastic. I know I look fantastic. I put this together specifically for this purpose. Chat, I know I'm known for being live, but what if I told you Jarvis is already here? What if I told you that we're actually on schedule? Even though I know you don't believe me. You're gonna see in a second. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to look at the mods on my phone or something like that. Everyone's saying I can be heard. Everything's running well. This is so scary. This is not how things work. I don't go live on Twitch and then things happen the way they were pre-planned. I'm excited actually. Okay. Let's see. The only thing I'm missing right now is some way of seeing how the stream is working. Let me go ahead and put you guys over here. There we go. That works for me. Okay. Is everyone ready for the fit check? You know we have to do the fit check first. The fit check, of course. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully this is working. This is the first time I'm live without actually having like a readily available 24/7 reminder. Hold on a second. Okay, let's go. Fit check, baby. So what you're getting today is like max athleisure. This is my, I just threw all these together. It certainly wasn't coordinated or intended in any way whatsoever, okay? We got the Adidas strip, okay? On the hat, we got the pants. It's a bit of like a Russian vibe for some reason. I'm not sure why, okay? I made the decision today to go with 2 different shades of denim. I know that's technically illegal. I know we're getting close to Canadian tuxedo territory. But I said today is my day. Only my opinion matters. Someone said do the Russian squat with it. You're so right. You're so right, actually. Hold on. Is this what you wanted? Does that work for you? It worked for me. We've got the drip. Okay. I will say Jarvis, I don't know if this was intentional, but he has some drip going on too. If I can figure out how to smoothly transition the screen, we will see in a second. Jarvis, are you good? He just told me he's good. You didn't hear it, but you will once I click one button right here. Okay, you're about to be heard before you're seen. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, snap. Chat hears you now, or at least they better if I set everything up properly. Now.
Hello, I'm a disembodied voice.
Oh, no.
I'm trapped in the upside down. Help me out, please, someone.
Okay. Oh, snap. Everyone. Oh, it's so clear. Everyone hears you. Everyone's saying hi. Okay, now I'm going to. Gosh, please, for the love of all things holy, do the thing that I tried to make happen. Oh my gosh, it worked.
Whoa, check that out.
Whoa.
That was a pretty high-tech transition.
Thank you very much. Hold on. Where's my phone? Well, yeah, say hi to chat while I figure out where the heck my phone. Oh, here it is. Oh, snap. We are live now. We are no longer disembodied voices. Okay. This is exciting. Mods, how's the audio? How are the audio levels? They should be good, right? I think everything's fine. Someone said it works. Yeah. Works is good. Works is more than I've come to expect from my stream. Oh my gosh, they're literally saying everything looks good. That's so bizarre.
I don't know what you're worried about. You were endorsed by God beforehand, so
well, you would be surprised, despite the fact that we have arguably the sponsor with the most clout on heaven and earth. Things still tend to go wrong.
It's just he's testing you, you know.
He is. Before we can truly ascend, we've got to go through the trials.
The trials, trials and tribulations. That's how you know you've made it.
Yes, indeed. My mods, look, my reputation for technical difficulties is so extreme. My mod has just said the audio is great, everything looks good. What is this? We are officially confused that things are running this smoothly. Bruh, I'm excited. Well, hello. This is the first time I've ever had anyone on my channel, like at all.
I feel so privileged. It's an honor to be here.
Yes, I'm just glad. It's only right. Now, chat, who remembers when I was on Jarvis's podcast? Because I was like, how long ago was that?
Oh, that was a few months back. What's really funny is as soon as I opened up the Twitch chat, I saw people saying, "Who is Jarvis Johnson?" And I'm like, frankly, I asked myself the very same question.
The uninitiated, that's right. See, there may be one or two people in here who do not know who Jarvis Johnson is. If you would like to tell chat who Jarvis Johnson is, that would be fantastic.
Oh, me. Hello, greetings. I'm gonna look directly into the camera. Hello there, chat. I am internet superstar Jarvis Johnson. I make commentary videos and talk about, stuff and comedy. Hopefully, maybe you've seen one of my life hack videos. Those were popular. I make other things also as well.
So true.
I'm happy to be here. Happy to be D'Angelo's technical support.
Yes.
It's like a hired gun.
Jarvis is like the opposite of my stream. Whereas I run the 6-hour technical difficulty stream, Jarvis runs the everything looks perfect. Are you sure there's not like a team of people behind this stream? At all times. It's all
smoke and mirrors. Oh, by the way, I've got to shout out my mug. I'm rocking the Papa John Papa Bless mug.
Oh, snap.
Don't ask me why I own this.
This is beautiful. Do we see this, chat? That is fantastic. I almost want one, but then again, I don't want to steal the drip.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, look, I made the mistake of giving Papa John money, and I wouldn't have you make the very same. Make the very same one.
It's that fine line you have to walk with memes. It's like, sure, this person is terrible, but also it would be funny to give them attention and money. Which one do I choose today?
I know. He was a lot of this, like his store was supposedly donating proceeds to charity for like COVID relief. I've never seen receipts, so I'm just like crossing my fingers that actually happened.
That hurts. Oh my gosh. Wait, chat is kind of asking, I don't know what you're comfortable with, but chat is kind of asking for a bit of a Jarvis fit check. Maybe we could get
we can do a fit check.
Okay. Let's go with the fit check.
All right, what do we got here? I've got to back away. Hello, standing up. I've got some black pants
Hello,
on.
plaid.
Courtesy of Zara. I've got like a little, I got a little plaid shirt, and then I've got my little pink slippers on. Gotta rock the pink slippers indoors, you know.
Yes.
We're shoes off household.
See, we have some casual drip. It takes a lot to look very casual, but very put together. That was a 10 out of 10 if you ask me.
Thank you. Oh, I've also got the I've got a YouTube space beanie on. There's like a logo somewhere for like the YouTube space because whenever I'm being casual, I just throw on various swag that I've received over the years.
I feel you.
YouTuber merch and swag is like all I dress myself in these days.
That's fantastic. I will say the funny part is by the time I got enough clout to like be part of YouTube front facing, COVID was happening, so there was no YouTube space, there was no VidCon, right. There was no streaming ceremony.
I was so I feel entitled a little bit because when COVID started like becoming more of a serious thing in the States, in events were starting to be canceled. I had this I was like, well, certainly VidCon won't be canceled because it's it's 2 months away. I mean, how long could this thing really? And I was just so naive. But it's for the best, obviously. It's been
of course.
It's been a weird year, but I think it's been challenging in good ways as well. We're growing a lot from this, I hope.
Absolutely.
Except for the people who don't wear masks. Those people are not learning anything.
Imagine unironically being an anti-masker. Okay, well, someone in chat just said the word record, which does remind me. Nothing is saved unless it's recorded. So, okay, bet we've officially hit the record button. The way my streams usually go is I run a 6-hour stream, which is obviously terrifying. Right. But the first 3 hours is when I have actual content and I am smart and do things that make good YouTube videos. But then the last 3 hours is just me playing games or watching things or whatever. So I usually only record the specific part of the beginning that's made for YouTube. But I think since I have you here, since you are now held captive because of the contracts and the money.
I can't escape.
Yes.
I can't escape. I can't leave this box, unfortunately.
I think I will record our entire segment because I'm sure a lot of people would like to watch this after the fact.
Why not? I think record away.
Yes. Okay, well, so now that I have you here for an hour or two, there's a couple things that we are going to hopefully do. I would just like to talk to you, have a conversation.
First of all, that was a rhyme.
Oh, snap.
Bars, first of all. Yeah.
Hello. Why am I even on YouTube? Rap album incoming. If Jake Paul could do it, I certainly could do it too.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're already platinum in my heart.
Oh, so. Thank you. So take that, KSI.
Yeah.
So successful and talented doesn't mean anything because I'm platinum and Jarvis Johnson's heart.
It's true. I've got you're platinum.
I love it. Okay, so we're gonna first just maybe talk for a bit because I'm having fun right now, unironically, and then we're gonna get to the content-y part. You and I are going to take a personality test. I haven't decided which one yet. It may be lengthy. Hopefully there's a bit of content there. But I want to see what kind of person Jarvis Johnson really is. Okay?
Yeah. We get to the bottom of it.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, scientists are still unsure. What is he doing? Why is he doing it?
I mean, sure, his videos are funny. Okay, he's talented. Hardworking. None of that means anything. What is your MBTI? Okay, that's what the chat really wants to know.
It's true. It's been a while. I think I had, I feel like Myers-Briggs is one of those things where when you first do it as a kid, you find out who famous has the same personality type as you, and then you hold on to that. And if you ever take the test, and it changes again, you're like, no, I'm the one with Beyonce and Oprah. Sorry.
Oh, mods. Wait, how many of these types are there? Is there 4?
16.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say mods. Run a poll. That's not gonna happen. Okay, well look, just type it in chat. For some reason I see a lot of INFP. I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce it phonetically.
No, it's like that. I'm ENFJ. At least I was. That's the one I hold on to.
It's time to find out the truth soon enough.
Yeah.
Are you still ENFJ?
We'll find out. That's the real, find out next time.
Oh, snap. Well, let's have our conversation first because people are still trickling in, even though we do have a ton of people right now, which is scary. But instead of focusing on that, let's
Yes.
I just wanted to ask you some questions. Like,
I'm gonna actually close. I'm gonna close the window, not looking at the chat, because your boy gets distracted.
No, that's the best way of doing it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
If
you
chat,
have my 100% attention now.
if chat says anything remotely interesting, I'll let you know.
All right, sounds like a plan.
And then I close the chat. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are still there. So, anyways, how are you doing? I feel like in COVID times, that's a very loaded question, but I'm going to start with it anyway.
Yeah, for sure. No, I appreciate that. I'm doing about as well as I can be, I think.
Okay.
It's always tough with, the holidays, not being able to travel, see family, and, it could be a little isolating. I felt some of that. Some of my good friends one of my really good friends isn't in the country right now. I haven't been able to see him in a while. That's no good. But I'm optimistic. I had a really nice holiday. I went to San Diego with some friends, just quarantined with my friend and her husband, and hung out with their dogs. And just like they cooked every night, and then I came away from that going, I need to cook. I need to get my life together.
Yes.
So I got back home. I bought a rice cooker because now I was obsessed with like all of the dishes my friend cooked. She cooked this Japanese katsu curry. I don't know if you've ever had.
No.
So it's one of my favorite dishes. And I do recommend it, but it's been my favorite like comfort food dish for a long time. And I was like, you know what? I'm finally going to learn how to make this. And this week I made it, and it was actually good. Now I feel like the world is my oyster. Other than that, I've been a little bit slow to getting back to YouTube in the new year because I'm trying to like get some content like queued up so that I know what's coming down the line. I figure I'd rather have a longer break and then like more frequent videos than of sporadic videos throughout, the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So doing that. And outside of that, I've taken up a new hobby in wheeling and dealing Pokemon cards.
I saw that.
That and I think that, the one thing I can cling to in times of COVID is my childhood. So now I'm just reliving my childhood. I have I'll do a little show and tell real quick because I do have something
please
cool.
do. Oh, snap.
I have a couple cool. Oh, snap. Wait, hold that thought.
Chat, live Pokemon unboxing. Oh, chat is very excited for Pokemon right now. I mean, it's not unboxing, but still.
Oh, snap. I have a sealed copy of Pokemon
Oh my gosh.
on the N64.
The original.
It's beat up, but it's still so cool to have. And then on the not beat up side, on the not beat up side.
Oh my gosh, why am I more excited for this than like the planned content? This is fantastic. Whole lot of pogs in chat. Chat, can we get some pog champs for Pokemon?
All right. This is the extent of my show and tell. On the, I have a still in the box Game Boy Color. This was like so I had this experience where I found out a bunch of my childhood stuff was in storage and like got tossed out.
Oh
and
no!
So I know it's like, and so I wanted to like buy things that kind of reminded me of like my history and stuff. So this was the same Game Boy that my mom bought me a long time ago, and she passed away when I was a kid, and so it's like a cool little like sort of token of that, like just like triggers that memory, you know?
Oh snap! Okay, wait a second. You're reminding me of something. I think I may be able to whip out a Game Boy Advance SP within the next 1 minute.
Oh hell yeah!
Hold on a second.
Give it a go.
Hold on a second. Chat, talk to Jarvis. Give me like 1 minute.
I'll talk to the chat. I'll talk to the chat. Let me pull you guys up. How's it going, chat? Thank you for welcoming me to the stream. I'm really excited to be here. It's a good group of boys. It's a good group of boys we have here today. What was my favorite Game Boy game? Pokemon. Do I have it? One sec. Well, I think I might have one somewhere, but my favorite game on the Game Boy was the Pokemon trading card game. It was a like a black cartridge, and it was kind of like Pokemon games, but you played the card game. So that was pretty sick.
Oh, buddy. Oh, hey there. Okay. Hey there. I found it. This unholy Ziploc bag. Oh, snap. Game Boy Advance SP. This is so tiny. Oh, yeah. How did it? What are my hands?
Oh, my hands. Yo. So I have like a little Game Boy here, and I also have the Game Boy camera.
Oh my gosh!
Which is the world's worst camera.
It looks so like bad.
It. Yeah. But it was pre-selfies. We were taking analog selfies on like a black and white screen. It was great.
Yes, this is iconic. I think it's. Holy crap.
Whoa. Yo, that's also the sound too. It's like ASMR. Why is the battery still I
promise you I have not touched this in a year.
Oh my god.
Chat, this is functional. I don't know what just happened. I don't know where the charger's in here. I'm not sure how that happened. That's very poggers.
Oh yeah. I think I'm never gonna escape the breast milk jokes because of that.
Oh no, they're in chat already.
Story. Yeah, the channel that made the animated story about me that I'm beefing with. It's all good. I welcome it. I'll take the ad revenue.
Yes.
Okay, so my final piece of my collection that I want to show off. It's my pièce de résistance. It is. Oh, surprisingly, okay. So what had happened was, I found somebody on Craigslist who was selling this thing, and I was like, okay, I'll buy it. And then I learned about like video game grading and stuff, and I sent it in to get graded. And once I got the grade, I looked up what the game was worth at that grade, and I think it's actually like worth a lot of money. But it is a Pokemon Emerald.
Oh snap!
Yeah. It's in the box. It's still sealed.
Jeez.
It's got a 9.6. I know it was in super good. The guy was like, I bought it at Circuit City and then just like put it away. Circuit City that closed 20 years ago. So that's. I've just been reconnecting with my childhood there. It's been a good time. Also at my desk is this koozie that is also a North Face jacket, and so that's pretty cool.
Drip.
I know. This is like, you really need, like, no pun intended, your drinks need the drip. So
yes,
give them this.
By any means necessary.
Yeah. So that's my show and tell for today.
That is like, thank you for the show and tell. See, we're already getting more than we bargained for.
Yeah.
Bring Jarvis Johnson on stream, you get content. I relate to both parts of what you were saying. Both parts. I relate to COVID just putting me in a very strange frame of mind.
Yeah.
And I relate to it kind of forcing me to reconnect with my own childhood in a way. If you would be surprised at this. I think chat would be more so surprised than anything. I've put up 10 videos this year, I think. Something insane like that.
Wow.
But I have also logged the most hours on Steam that I have in like a weekly period ever, I think. Wow. Because I have been stuck in Persona 4.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, you're playing Persona 4.
Yes, Persona 4 Golden.
That's one of my favorite games, actually.
Oh, it's so good, though.
I have so many good, I think the original Persona 4 came out in like 2008 or something.
Yeah, something like that. 2009, something.
I was in high school, and 2008 July.
Jeez.
So I was in high school, and me and my friend skipped school to just like play. Like, we were both kind of switching off the controllers and playing the game. And it like definitely brings back a lot of good memories. So shout out to Shin Megami Tensei.
Huge shout out SMT. Baller series. I don't know how much of a Nintendo guy you are, but Persona 5 Strikers is coming to the Switch very soon. That's something I'm excited for. So
I also is there a Persona 5 that's coming to the PS5 at all? I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Persona 5 Royal's on PS4.
Okay, yeah. I missed. So I was intending to play Persona 5, but then I wasn't in a place in life where I could commit 100 hours to a game.
Literally.
Yeah. And so, because I will, you know, it's like I'm not afraid. So I haven't done it yet, but I love those games so much.
Yes.
Dude, have you? Okay, this is like when I was in high school. This is like the most badass shit in the world.
Okay.
Do you know about Persona 3? How they summon personas?
Not much about it.
Okay, so in Persona 3, you know how I don't know what it is in 4, like they just call them out or something. In
Persona.
3, they shoot themselves in the head. And
What the heck?
Comes out. It's like
that's so metal.
It's so badass. It's like, I was just like, yo, and I was like, this Japanese game is crazy because we were like sophomores, freshmen in high school, and it was just like, whoa.
That's so. Chad is like, what? Oh, Chad doesn't know. Persona is a lot. I think the best way to describe the series is as a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's like video game high school simulator, but also there's monsters afoot in dungeons that you have to, you know, you have to go through and fight and develop, you know, your personal relationships, and in turn your relationships with, you know, your personas and these little
unironically
creatures. Yeah. And they go together, and there's like zodiac signs, or not zodiac signs, but essentially like different characteristics that like you might go on a date with somebody because you want to like level up a certain persona.
Right.
It's a very strange game, but it is, I don't know what it is. It's just like got some sort of, you know, it quality to it.
It really does work. That's the craziest thing. It's like such a bizarre mix of things. Hold on, I'm gonna slightly adjust my camera. Ugh.
I've never willingly studied in my life, but when I'm in Persona and I'm like, I got a test coming up, I gotta study. It's like, what?
Same.
I need to get good marks this semester.
I will max out like everything, no matter how tedious it is, just for the crumb of buff it gives me in battle.
That's just such a good feeling. I haven't had that in a long time with a game where you just like play it so much that you just amass, you're just super overpowered, and it's a good feeling. Man, video games are fun.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Honestly, like, isn't that game like super? All the Persona games are super well received critically.
Yeah.
They're all like 9 point somethings on like Metacritic.
Literally. No, that game specifically, people are like, does this game is perfect video?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, probably.
I feel like that and Zelda games, Persona games and Zelda games, when they come out, people are like, maybe this is the best game that's ever been made. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm certainly gonna enjoy it.
Right. That's like, I don't disagree.
I'm not like I'm on board for the hype train, guys. Like, it's all good.
Funny you mentioned hype train. Thank you for the hype train chat. Chat just said hype train the moment you said hype train. That's so weird.
Wow, that was cosmic. Me and the chat are cosmically linked right now.
Jarvis himself, with only the power of his mind, just worked that hype train into action.
My AI. But yeah, I think that like with COVID, it's giving me this weird, I don't know if it's FOMO, but it's like, I want to be social, but you can't be social in the normal ways. And then like so sometimes when I'm playing a video game, I'm like, should I be doing this, or should I be like calling a friend, or should I be like working? Like, I don't know. It's just like my days lack the normal like social interaction that I feel like I should be having as a human.
Is it okay that I haven't talked to anyone outside of my house for the past 3 days?
Yeah,
find out next time.
It's like I've talked to the internet, but I haven't like felt the touch of another human or whatever. Like, that's so funny. I am lucky though, because one of my friends is in my like little quarantine bubble, and she lives close. And so when I was cooking, like she came over and cooked with me, so that was good. But yeah, it's weird. I feel bad because this is like my biggest shame, I think, of 2021 is that I got a PS5 and I haven't played it very much. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Same.
So I started playing Spider-Man and it is gorgeous. Like it is so cool, and like swinging through the city just felt like when I was a kid again or something. And I haven't had that feeling. The last time I had that feeling, I've had that feeling twice in the last 2 years, and before that hadn't had it for like 10. The other time was when I tried VR for the first time, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, because it was like I'm holding stuff that isn't really there. This is yeah. So shout out to Beat Saber. That's my it's a rhythm game in VR, and it's a lot of fun.
Watching people play Beat Saber, but not watching the gameplay, just watching a human being in real life play Beat Saber is the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing.
It's so okay. So it's so funny because everyone's movements are so awkward. Except one of my friends who's like an expert Beat Saber thing. She will like post these videos, and it's like she practices in a way that like her movements look really elegant, and so it's like I'm like mystified. I'm like, how do you do it? You make it look so easy. Or, dude, this is crazy. So she made there's a way to turn. You know, like Darth Maul in Star Wars had like the double-ended lightsaber. Yeah, you can do that with your Beat Sabers with like some third-party add-on and play it in Maul mode. And then it's like, and so then you're doing like bow staff like maneuvers and like just like it's like bro. I'm like, this is like so cool actually.
Advanced Beat Saber.
It's advanced Beat Saber. I'm not worthy.
No, that's too much for me. No, I'm in the exact same boat with the PS5. I did the thing, I made the post, I was like, I have a PS5 now, and that was the end of that story. It's to the point where I haven't even like set anything up for streaming. It's just embarrassing.
I will say that the PS5 is so comically large. Like I look at it in my like entertainment center and I laugh every time because it looks like it shouldn't be there. It looks like it's like popping out of the thing, like like it's cramped. Like I'm like, do you need more space, friend?
Are you okay?
Yeah. Okay, now this is the most privileged conversation ever.
I know, right? Let's talk PS5s. About. We can't fit our PS5s in our entertainment centers, guys. No, I feel like I wasn't one of the people who acquired it like on launch week. I feel like so many streamers, YouTubers, people with internet clout were able to just effortlessly acquire one. Yeah. And I was like, how? In what way?
I just got lucky on a Walmart pre-order. Like what? Walmart had pre-orders up, and then their site kept crashing. Yeah. And then I just kept like checking it, and then after it crashed a few times, eventually I was able to get through. But I was like, bruh. It was a lightning strike moment.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Someone in chat said Jacksepticeye said he got 2. When are we going to rob Jacksepticeye on stream?
How do we feel about people who bought up all the PS5s and are like selling them at like a huge markup? Yeah.
0.
I'm not a fan.
0
I'm
out of
not
10.
A fan. It's like you could make an argument about markets and stuff like that.
It's not illegal.
The spirit of it feels so like, because it's such a limited thing and everyone only needs one. Yeah. The fact that someone's like hoarding them for more money just feels so grody to me.
Yeah, it's like you can't do anything with more than one PS5 as a human being. Yeah, so to purchase 40 and then sell them at a markup.
If you go on eBay and you see people who have like giant stack of them, it like makes me sick to my stomach. I'm like, that shouldn't be allowed.
Yes. Someone in chat said that's like the hand sanitizer guy at the beginning of quarantine. Literal same energy. Same energy.
Yeah, it's like pretty much. Obviously not.
Yeah, it's not that serious.
Essential products, but that guy was something else.
Bruh.
That was because like driving around to all the I just can't believe that. Yeah.
I will say, I'm glad. Let me word this very carefully. I'm glad in a way that we were reminded of the fact that there are some people in the world who care and there are some people in the world who don't care. It's obviously very unfortunate the way it happened, but unironically, I feel like it's a good thing to remember. Oh snap! Not everybody is out there to sing Kumbaya. Maybe you have to pay attention because there's some crazy people out there.
There's like snakes in the grass. Yeah.
Yes.
It's unfortunate, you know, because like I want to go through life, you know, imagining that people are coming from the best of intentions,
right?
And then those people, it's like a rotten apple spoiling the whole bunch,
literally.
And I still try to, but my thing is like, but don't take advantage. Like I'm still gonna try and believe the best in people, but like if I sense that someone's trying to take advantage of me,
don't be a dupe.
Then it's like, well, now I'm gonna play your game. It's like I was, it's like I could be evil too.
Right, two can play that game.
Two can play that game, yeah. And I don't like being like that. And it never feels good. But I just wish we could all, be happy.
No,
Kumbaya.
I'm a big supporter of bringing the same energy. I will come into a situation correctly, but the moment I realize that is not helping me or the people around me, I can match the energy as well.
Oh my God. I think I've told this story on my podcast, but right when I moved into my new apartment, like last year, it had been like 2 or 3 months. And I had not taken out me and my neighbors were sharing taking out the trash duty. And I had not done it like a couple of times for various reasons. Like I was out of town and I forgot, it's like it happens. But I got a letter in my mailbox.
Oh gosh.
That was like this passive aggressive letter that I probably still have. It was just talking about how like if it's like basically like shitting on me as a person and what I'm capable of. And I'm like, yo, first of all, like you could just talk to me, right? It's like two people who live downstairs. I don't think that you could just knock, it's like I don't think that
is it that serious?
Insulting letter is the way to go.
Oh my gosh.
But the thing is, I responded with the letter and part of me wanted to like no, but the thing is, part of me really wanted to like ether them, I wanted to like just go in because I could be equally petty. I could talk about how they like leave their clothes in the dryer and how, I get called for maintenance requests on their behalf and I don't, I don't say anything about it. I just like let the maintenance person do their thing. And I have to always, like in those situations, I'm like, okay, I'll kill him with kindness. I'm going to conduct myself the way that I'm supposed to. But to my therapist, I'm like, oh, I really, it's like, I really wanted to go at him.
Yes.
But
no, that's iconic. It's like the other day, this is something where I was almost like, it was a teachable moment for me. I was driving around doing like the 0.2% of errands I now do under quarantine, which is not much anymore.
Right.
But I stopped at one place and the lady there was just, in my opinion, from my point of view, she was being like so rude and it was making me anxious. I was like, oh snap. Am I being rude to her? Is she like just returning my own energy? Is this my fault?
Am I a horrible person? Yeah.
Right. Maybe I was being rude and I didn't realize it, so she hates me now. But then I wound up driving to the next place and the person there was like, oh my gosh, like you seem so happy. I like talking to optimistic people. And then it was in that moment where, of course, I was like, oh, thank you. I'm happy to talk to you.
Right.
But in that moment, I realized I've really got to stop like always internalizing. Sometimes it's okay to internalize how people are treating you a bit, but sometimes it has nothing to do with me.
I would say that like most times the way that people react to situations are fully a reflection of themselves.
Yes.
And that's valid. It's just a matter of not like if someone you're like walking too close behind somebody
right
and maybe they had some horrible experience where that happened or something that like really gets their like something outside of what you did, but you become the last straw, and then they like blow up at you. It's just never like for me, for the trash thing, I was like, okay, I've been here for like 10 weeks. If I didn't take out the trash like if I was supposed to take out the trash 5 times and I did it 0 times, the answer would still not be to write this letter. I was like, even if I like completely neglected the responsibility, I don't know if this is how I would go about it. But yeah, like, but then again, it's like, okay, this is just a reflection of, you know, someone else's frustration, and you just like have to carry yourself with your own, you know, morals, and it's hard to like trust that, like, because for me, I'm like, am I the worst person ever to live? Like,
wait, maybe they're right.
I'm so sorry. Like, normally when someone like, and this is bad, like someone DM'd me the other day. I was like, DMs that were like, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. You ruin people's careers. I like your content, but you should feel bad for yourself. And I was like,
please.
And then, but part of me was like, can you cite your sources? Like, whose career did I ruin? And then, because I disagree with the premise, but I want to hear somebody out. But I'm like, I don't need to give this person the time of day, you know?
Nope.
Because I know that, you know, how much I think about stuff before I talk about it, and the way that I talk about it. It's something I'm always cognizant of.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sometimes hard to trust yourself, but I think it's the right thing to do usually.
Yes. No, I will say, just pivoting to that particular point of like, oh, you ruin people's careers. I saw it play out. I see it play out all the time, where people will come to me with that criticism, not really having watched any of my content or understanding what I'm actually doing. And then they'll watch a video and they're like, oh, wow. Okay, you had a point in making this video. But where it became surreal was watching it happen, like, not IRL, because this was still on the internet, but like with a YouTuber, Trisha Paytas. I'm sure you're familiar.
I heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, she, I guess for a little while there, was not a fan because she was under the impression that I was instrumental in ruining Shane Dawson's career. So for the longest time, without ever really responding, I had to hear, oh, you know, I don't like him, he just hates Shane, etc. But then, wonder of all wonders, it was amazing seeing it happen in person instead of like in a DM or in a comment. She went on her podcast and she was like, oh, I actually watched his Shane video. I kind of want to apologize. He had good points and good information. I liked the video. And I was like, bet. If Trisha Paytas can do it, you can too. Because I understand where they're coming from. There are people on YouTube who, anytime anything remotely negative happens, they're like, oh snap, this is my chance. It's time for some AdSense. I'm going to contribute in a negative way. But I feel like most...
It blurs the lines,
most commentary channels are like, what can I add to this?
I think the problem is that, like, from a packaging perspective, you know, your video can look the same, at least broadly, as someone who did no research, you know, cited no sources, had, you know, only bad faith, you know, reasons for making the video. But they look the same. It's kind of like how you know, like Vox Media will make a video about like, why are whales hard to keep in captivity or something like that, and then like Brightside makes the same video with like no research and effectively plagiarizing it. But from like a thumbnail, it's like, who's the more credible source? Well, the Brightside video has more views because their platform's bigger, and then that ends up being what people run with. And that's just like, views don't mean anything. You know, it's like, you can't judge a book by its title and thumbnail. But yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. What was I gonna say about that? It's just, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I was just going to say that, like, if you know, all you're doing is stating facts and showing evidence. So imagine if you were like, I'm just going to make, like, imagine if you, like, Ronald McDonald was, like, robbing somebody, and then you shined a flashlight on Ronald McDonald and was like, hey, Ronald McDonald committing a crime, and then everybody be like, you ruined Ronald McDonald. It's like, I just shined the flashlight. You know what I mean? It's like, I just showed, I just pointed this out.
I did not contribute.
Yeah, it's like, how dare you bring up something bad that could hurt someone's image? It's like, they did the thing. Is that not worse than me bringing it up? Like,
okay, hold on,
yeah.
1 second. People are saying we're getting a bit of lag.
Okay.
I don't want the lag. Let me see. Well, mods are not saying. Oh no, mods are saying there's a bit of lag. Hold on. I'm sure it's not too big of a deal.
I'm seeing a little. It's a little stop starty.
Hate that.
But now that we've.
Yeah, it is actually.
Okay, yeah. What's your bitrate look like on OBS? Is it still healthy?
Let's find out. So my bitrate, according to Streamlabs, is 5959, whatever that means.
That should be high enough to have like a consistent video situation.
Oh, actually,
does it tell you any frame drops?
3764. It dropped to 3000. Oh snap, 100.
Is that how many frame drops you're having? Or
no, that's the bitrate. The bitrate just dropped to 0.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Wait,
I think
you can still hear me though.
The stream died. So
Wait.
I'm on the call with you, but then
yeah, because I'm literally having no lag in our Discord call.
Yeah, that's so odd. So it's back now, but it definitely like downscaled.
Hold on, let me refresh my page. Okay, I mean, I see myself. I look fine now, kind of.
Yeah, let me refresh as well. Someone said check the thing you checked on Thursday. I don't know if that's helpful.
What was the thing I checked on Thursday?
Oh, when you refresh, they're back, is what someone said.
Oh, okay. Chat, refresh. Okay. Wait, I feel like this is the first time that we've confirmed that it's not my internet. Because if it was my internet, then our call would have just lagged out of existence, right?
Yeah.
Because it dropped to 0 bitrate.
The only thing...
That's so weird.
Like, it's possible that, like... well, like, the technical explanation is, like, it's possible that Discord... I believe Discord sends all of its information with, like, high priority packets or whatever. So it's possible that you had so little bandwidth that all of it was being used on the Discord call, and then, like, the stream suffered for it. But I don't... Yeah, it's such a weird thing.
Okay, let me see. It's like I'm scared to look away because I know it's gonna start lagging. Hold on. Do you have any like hot fixes?
I have it open too. Hot fixes? No, I've never seen this problem before. All of the hot fixes like require the stream to go down.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Someone said Jarvis's glasses are askew. They're actually broken. I'll switch to different glasses.
It's a level above skewed.
Yeah. Let me. Well, I'm not gonna wear glasses right now. Someone said it isn't too bad.
I mean, if we can keep going, we can keep going. It doesn't have to be visually perfect or anything like that.
I mean, as long as it doesn't sort of go to a stop or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, it seems to be running now.
Yeah.
That's so weird. I don't actually see any lag at the moment.
I don't either.
Okay, let's pretend.
Oh no, mine just stopped. Okay, let's see. Okay, interesting. So my Twitch keeps jumping between. My Twitch keeps jumping between 1080p and 480p.
Oh no!
But
not 480p.
Okay. I think, I had to remove the glasses. If I remove the glasses, the bandwidth usage, it's just like they're very high definition glasses.
Confirmed. It's Jarvis's glasses. They were too reflective.
Okay, my bad, everybody. The glasses are off. We should have no more technical issues.
Unironically, it looks fine right now. Let me see what my mods are saying. I don't have mod chat open.
Yeah, people are like, just keep going.
Yeah. I think it's fine. Everyone's saying keep going. Let's keep going. Someone said it's a Twitch server issue.
Twitch server issue, which I would believe.
I wish it was a Twitch server issue. Hold on. Let me see what Twitch is saying on Twitter. Twitter. Just so you know, like, this is a thing that I do every single stream. This always happens.
And I'm checking Twitch status.twitch.tv, which tells whether or not all their systems are operational, and it says that everything is operational.
Yeah, I wish it was Twitch in a way, but no, I think we're running fine. Like, I unironically think we're doing perfectly well.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. We're going to get back to it. Let me see what my mods are saying. Just make sure they're still watching. Yeah, my mods are saying it's good. So anyways,
All right,
we were in the middle of making the point that making commentary.
We were in the middle of, making commentary, if it's in good faith, is not like a bad thing. I think that
Right.
I like when I think about, for me, at the end of the day, I'm trying to make comedy. So sometimes I stray away from certain things that kind of, is it not happening?
Literally when I turned away, hold on a second. That's so weird, bro.
It looks okay. So it still is clean. It still works for me. I'm seeing it look okay.
Okay. It could be, it's something about it not playing well on my computer. Maybe. I hope. Oh, someone said it only pauses a little now. Video lags, audio doesn't. My audio has literally never lagged. Like,
yeah, and if that's happening, then I say we just keep going.
Yeah, you know what, chat?
It seems like it's like jumping around.
Yeah, there may be some weird things going on, but you guys can still watch. If it freeze frames, we both look great. We're under fantastic lighting, so you should actually thank us. Here, I'll take the glasses off. Maybe that'll help a little bit.
Yeah, somebody said Jarvis flashing out of existence. It's like in game all over.
Oh, just kidding. I can't see anything. Yeah, no, wait. That's not working.
No, you should keep your glasses on. Mine are for reading on computers, so I should be good.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna ignore it. If anything's like really bad, my mod will DM me.
Cool. But yeah, just like I think that there's a problem on YouTube in general where there's not a complete feedback cycle.
Yeah.
Because like someone can do something bad and there isn't really anything to like give them if you kind of exist in a bubble where your audience is like supporting everything you do, then you may like do some bad stuff and then no one ever tells you about it, and that doesn't feel like it serves the community at large at all. So it is just like, like talking about things that are on the platform. It's like usually if I'm talking about something, I'm like this. It's like a community situation. It's like, hey, somebody's like shitting in the street. Could we like address that, please?
Right. Yeah, no, I definitely feel like it's necessary in some way, especially since YouTube is very, very, very hands-off in terms of any sort of community moderation outside of the obvious extreme cases. And then on top of that, it's interesting. Like, I feel like in any one YouTuber's comment section, you're only going to get like positive things for most YouTubers. There are people outside of that, but for most YouTube comment sections, you can't even find like alternative commentary or opposing opinions. So I love like when people make commentary videos, I can actually get a perspective of how viewers feel about this person outside of their fan base. Yeah,
it's interesting. For me, it's always tricky because I mostly want to be making entertainment, and anything that like in comedy, and anything that like pulls me away from that is like I have to feel like I really want to say the thing in order to do it. Like I'm making a video about Darman right now.
Oh, the one and only.
And the thing is, like, I am ultimately conflicted, right? Because I think that they're like some of Darman's videos are quite problematic, like this video where a mom doesn't believe that like a black mom has a white kid, and it's just like they're just like super racist and stuff.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's like what is this? What lesson is this teaching to anyone? And why could we not just tell a story about this family, who's experienced hardship or whatever, rather than focusing on this like Karen that we're owning? Like, because it's always like, Karen is bad and then she instantly regrets it. Like that's like always the thing. And so I want to be able to riff on the absurdity of some of the stuff while also making a point, while also not trying to like shit on Darman as a person. I watched his videos with Cody Ko. He seems like a well-meaning guy, and I say this in the video. I want there to be space for everyone. No one is immune to criticism, nor should they be. Right. And so I'm trying to fit into that space where I'm, going to joke about some things. I'm going to have some hopefully constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And my audience is not going to, hate bomb this person, because that's not what I'm, about. And that's not how I think that, anyone should be behaving.
Chat is conflicted. A lot of people don't know who Darman is or why we speak of him so highly.
He makes inspirational videos, but it can trend in it's a very large content operation where a lot of videos are made very frequently, and they get tens of millions of views across YouTube and Facebook.
Literally.
And so when there's an audience that large, I feel like if no one is sort of watching this stuff and sort of criticizing it, how does any it's like there's an echo chamber in the comments, like you said, of like, this is the best thing since sliced bread, and I'm like, I actually think there's some harmful stereotypes here, like there's a video where it's about this kid who is very spoiled, and he keeps trying to throw away, he wants his mom to buy a PS5 because you gotta get the topical PS5.
Yes,
there,
the trends
in the title. And then he is throwing away his food, and his mom is like, "You shouldn't throw away food." And I'm like, "This boy is 16. How have you not had this conversation before?" And then there's all these homeless people. There's 3 homeless people throughout the video, and they all want things that like he's trying to throw away. And it's like this one man's trash is another man's treasure situation. But like the portrait of homeless people and the unhoused that is painted in this, I think is, not productive. And I think that like if you were focusing so much on actors playing homeless people and there being other people out there who need your help, tell me why you don't link to resources about homeless people, because the video contains a lot of stereotypes that aren't true. So if you're going to lean on those things, then at the very least try to educate your audience as to like what reality looks like. And so like, that's where I'm torn, because I'm like, where it gets tricky and it gets hard to criticize is because at the end of the video, he's like, "We're not just making videos, we're changing lives. We're changing lives here." And it's like, and I'm just like, it's like
it's like he only has.
I just don't.
It's like he only has the first part of the premise. He's like, did you know that racism exists? Or did you know that there are homeless people and that's not good? And that's the video.
It's literally like, it's like the other video that I talk about is white mom is like racist towards black son or whatever. And or no, not black son, her son's black friend, and they're like playing video games, and then his mom is like, "Brayden, what are you doing here?" or like why did you invite this boy into our house? We don't like his kind. And I'm like, gosh. It is 2021. People are not like racist from 6 feet away anymore. And it's at the very least like, like in private. This is like already hard to believe. And then at the end of the story, it turns out that, Martin, the black kid, he wasn't so bad after all. He has better grades than Brayden. His dad is the VP of a tech company, and he drives a Tesla. So you shouldn't judge people based on their appearance. Gosh. And I'm like, regardless of whether or not this kid was rich and smart, is not like has no bearing on how you should treat him. And it's just like, why is that the lesson?
I think that's a good point.
So it's stuff like that.
It raises a question. Something I've been trying to do lately, and it's not always easy because Twitch is chat just refresh the screen. It looks fine. I've been trying to find more subtle things to explain. Like maybe a couple years ago, if I saw somebody being like weird and racist, then sure, that could have been a video. But now I'm like, can I find somebody having behavior that people might not realize is racism? Can I find a subtle situation where we can tackle like underlying issues? Oh my gosh, it is kind of laggy. Hold on, what did my mod say?
Yeah, you're actually a little bit blocky on the stream on the Discord actually. This time.
Oh snap! I am. That's so weird. You look fine though. A bit. So it's my upload then.
It's a upload bandwidth probably. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh shit! I sent the wrong screenshot. I was gonna send you a screenshot of what I see right now.
I see you right here.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm like glitchy and not very HD.
So, do you use like Dropbox or anything that has an auto syncing feature?
Yes, I do actually. OneDrive.
So if you can pause that, that could help the upload a little bit.
Okay. Oh, oops. I've covered Jarvis's face with Task Manager, chat. Not what I was trying to do. Okay, wait. So how do I do that? Let me see.
For OneDrive in particular, I'm not sure, but
it should be super easy. OneDrive settings. Okay.
It's actually fitting that I'm covered with Task Manager because I am a computer.
it's Jarvis's personality. Okay. So it's no wait. Let me see. Start OneDrive automatically. Automatically pause sync. Display notifications. That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, pause sync is probably what you want. Somebody was like, I always forget Jarvis has a computer science degree, and I'm like, how did you forget?
Oh snap!
It's so large.
It's beautiful.
Mike, how could you forget about my gigantic computer science degree?
That's literally huge.
I know. So the story is I bought what I thought was a small frame, and it turned into a gigantic frame. And then I kept it for the game.
That's a flex, though.
Yeah. I was like, this is so. Uh-oh.
Learn how to change upload and download rates. Oh my gosh. Okay, look. Chat. Does anybody know? How to fix this? I see settings. Start OneDrive automatically. Because I'm sure OneDrive is automatically like doing this. Let me see. Oh snap. Network. I'm so lost.
Yeah. Wait, I'm looking at the oh, interesting.
Yeah, like I'm not quite sure.
Go to network.
Okay, we're under network.
Could you scoot it over to the right a little bit so I can see it? I'm looking at it through the screen.
There we go.
Let's see. I'm just gonna Google like how to pause.
I know, because anything superfluous at this point we don't need. This is content, chat. Jarvis Johnson's face covered with my OneDrive settings. This is.
Oh, I love it. I live for this shit. So this Microsoft support page says select the white or blue OneDrive cloud icon in the notification bar.
Oh.
In the activity center. In the activity center, select more. Pause syncing. Is there a more menu somewhere?
Pause syncing.
There you go.
For 8 hours. Your files are not currently syncing. Okay. That's one thing. Oh, oops. Oh, no. That's not the right thing. There we go. That's better. All right. So that's one thing that maybe could be out of the way. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Am I still laggy and weird on yours? On your end?
You look great on mine now.
Okay. So I look good on Discord. How do I look on Twitch? Hopefully not horrifying. I
think you look good on Twitch, actually.
Okay. I don't get it. It's like the problem was if it got a little bit crispy or a little bit sketchy every now and then, I would super leave it, but it nearly disconnects.
Yeah. So it's blocky again on my thing. So I'm wondering if the upload is interesting.
Jarvis Johnson helps me fix my stream.
I say we just keep going. Because it looks good now and it looks good in the stream.
Okay.
If it becomes a problem again, there's some other stuff we can try. But
yeah, because right now it's fine. It's just I get scared because once it starts buffering, then I'm like, oh. Am I sending anything over at all?
I'm with you.
All right. Yeah, we'll leave it like it is. I think we had like a full 15 minutes with no problem. So let's pretend like that's gonna happen again.
Was good.
Oh snap. Anyway, I was just saying, like, at this point, I think we understand that racism is bad. No way. I think we understand that homelessness is an issue. Can we please talk about some of the more systemic things that lead to this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but systemic racism doesn't exist.
Of course not.
Systemic oppression, what's that?
Right? The Civil Rights Act was passed 55 whole years ago, guys.
I know. It's like it's weird to me that you can simultaneously understand the foundations of American government starting in like 1776 or whatever,
Right.
but you can't imagine that like there are foundational things built into the way our systems work in society,
Right.
that are sort of artifacts of decisions that were only looking out for a certain class.
Right. No, it's literally like, did this country start off with slavery? And everyone's going to be like, yes. Were there several decades and decades of segregation among people in this country after that? And people will be like, yes. And then we'll be like, now, only 60 years later, do you suspect that there could be a trace of lingering systemic problems? And people are like,
nah, black people are just lazy. Yeah, black people are just lazy and dumb. Their IQs are so low.
Yes.
They just and
Why don't
live
they
in
just
these bad
move?
neighborhoods. Yeah, why don't they just move? Why don't they just get a loan for a house and
It
just like
hurts.
move like the rest of us do?
It hurts.
It's
It
so
hurts.
stupid. Yeah.
I just try not to listen to it. Lately, I've been sending people this video. Thankfully, it's not that many people because I don't have that many racist people in my life. But like people who are legitimately asking me like, what is systemic racism? Could you please point to like some facts? I've been sending them this video by Cody Johnston, aka Some More News on YouTube, where he just effortlessly breaks it down. And that's been my go-to lately because I don't always feel like doing the work. I appreciate that people see me as a source where they can be like, hey, can you please educate me on this thing that's very traumatic for you and has never been fixed in your lifetime? I'm not always like, yes, I would be happy to.
It's like that absolutely, nor should that like rest on your shoulders because it takes an immense amount of energy. Something that we were talking about MBTI earlier.
Yeah.
So one thing that I think is fun is that I am pretty sure that MBTI was not developed by like psychologists of any kind. Let me see.
Wait, let's get the MBTI right now.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah. It is constructed by these two women.
Okay.
Catherine Briggs, Isabel Briggs Myers. Oh, I think it was a mother and daughter, perhaps.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. And they like degree in agriculture.
Agriculture, the leading cause of psychology happening ever.
Yeah, it's just this thing that like I can't remember how it got traction.
Yeah.
But it is a thing that it's like vaguely based as I understand it. And I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I do love the like little fun facts where it's like, did you know? Like I believe it's like based on like Carl Jung.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean that part.
One of his theory, like, but the thing is, like, if it's like I read a book and now I have a personality test. It's like I don't know if your qualifications are sound.
Right.
But there is a way that it somehow became popular. I can't remember. I think it was maybe on like not TV. I can't remember, but
it reminds me of the IQ test where like for some reason a large swath of the world was just convinced that an IQ test is an accurate indicator of someone's intelligence, even though it's
you look, the
it's
origins
not.
of it are,
that's not the point.
Not the best. Wasn't it like a French eugenics guy or something who came up with IQ?
High key, it is used like a lot to prove that certain like races of people are like inferior to others.
Oh my god, that kills me. I would see that in my YouTube comments when I made tech videos.
Yeah.
Because now we're just doing research.
I know, off screen.
I'm here for it.
This is literally how I interact with my friends though. Like we don't talk, we just look things up and then react to them. IQ test origins.
I think that the Stanford Binet is what IQ I think was built off of, or at least heavily influenced by, and I think the people who made that, I don't know.
Someone in chat said it makes them think of language standardized tests that are biased against those who speak African American vernacular English. So true.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. I'm not, I don't want to say anything wrong about. I can't remember who were the bad people in the line of IQ test becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. IQ testing and eugenics movement in the
Oh,
United States.
yeah. To
Fantastic.
judge people for sterilization. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Sir Francis Galton, who was a British scientist.
Oh,
and,
snap.
he was a biological determinist. Oh, fantastic.
Hold on, wait. Let's test my second screen so I can show chat what we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it works. Okay, chat. This is kind of what we're looking at here. IQ tests have a dark, controversial history, but they're finally being used for good. We're not making this up. Like, they were high key used for eugenics in the 1900s.
Yeah,
and current year, people are like, they're a great indicator.
Yeah.
Pain. But what really gets me is how many things like this there still are in current year. Because if it was like just one thing, I would be like, wow, I had no idea. But I keep learning about things that are seemingly harmless that have these dark origin stories in history. It's insane.
Yeah. There was a podcast in which I learned that, I think it was like a Radio Lab or something, where I learned that it's something about black people not being able to be standardized tested in California or something. There's some lawsuit. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, no rush.
But it was fascinating. It was like, some lawsuit, and then something couldn't happen anymore. But let's see.
Yeah. Nobody in chat is surprised right now. This is literally how my streams go out. I Google things a lot.
It's called The Miseducation of Larry P. by Radiolab.
Oh, snap.
Like more than 1 million American kids get IQ tested, but in the state of California, if your kid is black, they will almost surely not be given one.
What?
I know. It's like related to some sort of like lawsuit in like the 70s or something, but it's wild. It's just like there's so many inequalities.
Yeah.
That are just like everywhere.
Oh, snap. No, you're super right. Okay, wait. I'm definitely going to have to like listen to this at some point.
It's super fascinating.
Jeez. This is what I'm saying. Like, this stuff is built in. It's like not sold separately.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go back to the real screen. Okay, bet.
Yeah. And it's so funny, or it's so troubling because by the same token, a lot of privileges that I was afforded come from the fact that I scored well on standardized tests as a child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's and that wasn't, that was just pure luck. It's like I didn't prepare. It's like I kind of fumbled into a situation where I could then start to gather and compound like privilege over time, and then that like ends up like having a gigantic effect on the other end of like my education experience. And that's
No, I know what you mean. I think a comment I get a lot is like, oh, you're so well spoken. I think the main thing is people like, you're well spoken and you articulate things well, and I'm like, thank you. However, what if I sounded different and I still had all of these same ideas and points to make? Would people still listen? And like, people don't realize I've in a way had to become this way to be heard in the first place.
For sure,
right?
Yeah, it's like there's like code switching is like a big thing too.
Yes.
And it's like people just don't. I remember there was this video of AOC like speaking to like a New York audience or something, and she spoke differently than she speaks on like the floor of the house, and people are like, she's so fake, and I'm like, no, it's just like,
oh my gosh,
it's just contextual. Some of these things are
right.
It's like like all my black friends growing up had like a white voice for when they would like, talk
literally
on the phone, because you're treated differently. And it's like those things aren't made, like people didn't just independently develop these strategies based on nothing. You know what I mean? It's like this is a thing that happened.
Yes. No, straight up. It's like that always gets me when people I don't know if they're capping or if it's just true, but when they seem to somehow be unaware of code switching, and I'm just like, so you talk the same way to every single person in your life at all times? That doesn't, how do you get anywhere by doing that?
Yeah. And I'm sure people, talk to their friends using a bunch of like inside jokes and things that you wouldn't use if you were like writing a paper for school or speaking publicly. And it's just as I wouldn't use, complicated technical terms if I was trying to explain to like someone who doesn't have the background that I have, a concept. So it's just, and I had a similar thing where I always just sounded like or talked like this. Yeah. And I think it's because I think I just talked like the TV or whatever when I was a kid, but it was always a thing where I was told that I talked white. And I was just like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
In my case, it was my mom more so than the TV. She worked really, really hard to make sure that I was untraceable. That like if I open my mouth and start speaking, you can't be like, oh, he's definitely from the southern United States. He's definitely from the middle of Texas.
So much of my entire persona is like, you can't place my background.
Right.
And that's like a survival technique. It's like, I don't come from a traditional family background. Right. I grew up in the South in like a low income, household. And to survive, I want, everyone to think that I'm just like from the same middle class background as like the average person in, the conference rooms that I'm in or the interview rooms that I'm in. I need to, be able to match on that, find that level playing field. Find that common ground.
Straight up.
And so,
someone in chat said we speak Spanish in my house, so it's never really been an issue. That just, I wish, first of all, do you know any other languages? Are you a polyglot yourself?
I do not know other languages well. I took Spanish. I took Spanish for 5 years, so I am, I can comprehend Spanish reasonably.
Yes.
But that's about it. I mean, I took a few. I can like read and speak a little Japanese, but yeah. Other than that,
I'm in the same boat with Spanish. It's to the point where I put like so little effort into maintaining or rather retaining what I've got from my years of taking Spanish that now when I try to speak it, it just is offensive. I'm like, oh no.
Even with speaking Spanish, like, my one of my good friends who I was cooking with is Mexican American, right? Mm-hmm. And what she speaks at home, she like never speaks Spanish outside of the house. Mm-hmm. And the way that she speaks in the house is like this mix of Spanish and English, and that ends up being very common. Yeah. And so, I think that there's just so much nuance to the human experience. So like, let's not pretend like everyone comes from the same, like you can't treat everyone as if they come from the same background, right? It reminds me of that study where, kids that didn't score like on the standardized test to be counted as like gifted, quote unquote, but were told by the teachers that they were gifted, ended up having the same outcomes as the kids who tested or comparable outcomes. So it really is like the self-fulfilling prophecy. I think that there's more of that than there is like a lot of innate traits and stuff. Yeah. Because that stuff starts to
like nature versus nurture.
Yeah. It's like, I do think that there's, there is obviously nature at play, but I think that we are underselling, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like basically thinking like the potential is lower for. Oh yeah. The people who don't immediately fit into this.
Wait, what is the word for that? Like when you're not anticipating the full extent of something?
Yeah. Oh my God.
You're not accounting for it. You're
under accounted for. That's something. Underestimate. How are we so? What happened? What happened?
No way. Underestimate.
I think Spectrum in my brain had a glitch.
I hate that. Why? That's literally the easiest word.
It's so funny. That happens to me sometimes where, So yeah, I'm enjoying all the underestimate, undervaluing, undermining.
Yes, it could have been anything, and instead we served you nothing, because that's what we do on twitch.tv/D'Angelo. No content, nothing that works. And everyone still watches.
So yeah, it's like, I just think that, yeah, the potential is so much higher if, we're willing to invest in people from, who are coming from different backgrounds, and understand that the same thing that works for one kid isn't going to work for another kid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I keep going on this.
No, do not be sorry.
I have ADHD, and I often think about if I had hyperactive instead of, like, I have inattentive ADHD, but if I had hyperactive and I was like bouncing on the walls, or off the walls, I might have been put into, a different type of classroom for kids that they didn't know how to deal with, and I wouldn't have been afforded the care. I could have been seen as like a lost cause by somebody, and not, I had so many teachers at various points in my schooling that were like, here, little child, let me direct you towards this thing now.
Right.
Like, I got placed into this program, and then one of my teachers was like, you should apply to this school. And then I was at that school, and then I like met people who were like, you should apply to this school. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, following along. And then next thing I know, I'm spit out like at a school where a lot of the people are going to like Ivy League schools. And I was like, how did I get here? You know what I mean? Like what happened? And it's not because I am, that I don't think it's because I'm special in any way, but I think that I was afforded a lot of, quality time, care.
Yeah.
Like,
grace.
People gave a shit. Yeah. I was given a lot of grace. Yeah. And that's like something that I am extremely grateful for.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if at any point during that pipeline, had people in your life just decided, you know what, this kid's not worth it. Is he gonna succeed? Yeah. Is he gonna thrive? Not my job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's so silly. But yeah, I think that like whenever anyone likes to pretend something is a meritocracy, it's so rarely a meritocracy that it basically is the exception. And there's usually it's usually a much more complicated mix of circumstance and privilege.
That's very Ben Shapiro. That's very like, oh, don't you think if they want more in life, they should just put more into it? Look at all these successful people. Why can't they just be exactly like them?
Oh my god. Yeah, like I in college, I had scholarships, so I could afford to I didn't have to work while I was in school to pay for school, and I could spend that time on personal projects. And those personal projects went on my resume, and that resume got me the interviews that I wouldn't have gotten if I, didn't have those things. Like when I was a freshman, I was getting a lot more interest than I would have otherwise. And then getting an internship when I was a freshman meant it was easier to get one when I was a sophomore, which meant I had options when I was a junior, which meant I, signed my full-time job offer at the end of my junior year of college. And so I knew my entire senior year what I was doing after graduation. And it's like, it's just, so that's my little rant.
Merit is overrated. You heard it here first, folks. But fully unironically, because so much of it is just based off of things that are not in your control. It's insane. Okay, well, we've been having fun. I've been having fun. Have you been having fun?
I've been having a grand old time.
Okay, I think it's time maybe to get into one of these tests. Okay, let's see what we can do about that. Chat seems to be having fun too.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of good conversation in there.
Yeah. No, I will say, despite having no technical proficiency, I do have maybe one of the best Twitch communities.
I can see that. Also, people are, there's a lot of talk of gifted kids in the chat. I have to give a shout out to Tiffany Ferg's podcast, Previously Gifted.
Yes.
I was going to say, what's her...
Tiffany Ferguson, her username? She's Tiffany Ferguson.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how I should refer to her. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we can do. All the shouts out to Tiffany. Actually, we should have her on at some point. That would be iconic. Discord videos, call with screen. Okay, so this was the one that people told us not to take because they said it was like not real. So I think we should start with this one because clearly this is dramatized.
Yes, of course.
And I want drama. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see what my mods are saying. Let me make sure my mods aren't like.
Grab a water.
Yeah. Absolutely no rush. No rush at all. We shall wait, chat. We shall wait. What are my mods even saying right now? Are they like, you've been offline for the past 45 minutes and you and Jarvis have just been talking to yourselves? Oh no. They haven't said anything though. Oh snap. Everything looks fine. Wow. Chat, it normalized. It normalized. Everyone in chat is saying it's inaccurate. Don't worry. We're purposely starting with the bad one. Jarvis is going to be back in 1 second. He's going to be back in, well, I mean, more than 1 second. We're going to take this inaccurate test first, and then we're going to take a real one. Okay? Yes. Okay, bet. Are you ready? Everything look good? Okay. Let me go ahead and... So I guess the smartest way to do this, since technically I don't have access to your screen or anything like that, is if these are in the same order, you can give me your answer, okay?
All right.
And we can just do like a double thing. Let me go ahead and switch back because nobody can see you right now, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello. Here we are, professional streamers. We've been new. Okay, so... Yeah. I'm gonna pop this one up here. This is actually a little bit ghetto, but this is actually how I run my stream.
I love it.
Okay, so take the test, view details. Okay, yeah, literally no one asked. Oh snap! Yeah, this is in the same order.
I love this.
So I guess logistically, I'm at the top of the screen and you're at the bottom. So I will do the one at the top, and you will do the one at the bottom. Chat, who's ready? Hold on, let me do some. Let me just check a couple things. Oh yeah, everything looks good. No lag. Good views. Okay, chat, we ready? Everyone's saying ready.
I'm excited.
Yes. So, well, do you enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people? Strongly agree or disagree?
It really depends on if I know the people.
Okay.
Or if I know some people. So I would probably put this in like the lowest green one of agreeing.
Okay. Oh, like this?
No, to the left of that one.
The smallest one or the biggest one?
Oh, sorry. I'm on the stream delay because I'm looking at your screen.
Oh.
So
we need names.
One.
Okay, look, the biggest one is strongly agree. The smallest one is hold on. We can do like the middle is neutral.
1, 2, 3. What if we did like just labeled them 1 through
3? We could do. How about big and small? Ahead. There's a big agree, small agree, or just agree in the middle.
Yeah, agree.
Okay.
Big agree to that. What you just said.
Bet. Yeah. Do I enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people? I'm gonna have to say that's a disagree. It drains my energy. Like this one-on-one time, or unironically, even just being in a Twitch chat with like 1,000 people is not draining. But when it comes to being out in real life with more than 5 people, I find myself quite lost.
So I am also drained by those types of events, but I get into a mode where I get into a performance mode where it feels more like it's more I'm a performed version of myself.
See, I need practice for real. Okay, here's one. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Wow, this is so mysterious.
Unrealistic.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. I'm gonna go middle of the pack here.
Okay.
Like neutral on
that.
That's
I have no idea. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh wait, hold on a second. I just realized something before we go forward. Oh wow, my realization was correct. The Twitch chat should be cropped at the top because it looks super bad right now. Hold on a second. Let's see what we can do about that. What is the it's called chat box. Filters. We're gonna wait, that's the wrong thing. I'm gonna add a crop filter and just crop the top out because that is hella bothering me.
Yeah.
Crop/pad. Dun dun
You know,
dun dun.
if you ever need me to, I can always turn my own OBS into a webcam, so I could pull up things on my screen as well. If you ever need that.
Oh snap!
I'm a madman. I'm a hacker.
You've got all the tools at your disposal, as you should.
I truly do, including this soundboard.
Oh yeah, show off the soundboard. Done.
Thank you. Yeah. While you're doing that, I'm going to show off my soundboard. Yeah. That's for you, doing technical support right now. We're proud of you.
I need it. Thank you. Okay, there we go. That's a lot less horrible.
This is how I feel like you should have been introduced, Angela, is just with a harp.
As I should.
I'm just going to briefly show off my collection of Kanye sounds.
There's a lot.
The hand got me. I like this one. It's from Good Morning. I can just hear it. Boom. Okay.
How do you even make those noises?
I think it's like it comes from from the chest, I think.
I'm not sure about that. I sound like I'm dying. He sounds like he's doing it on purpose.
But my absolute favorite one is
He's strong.
He's strong. He's strong. That's iconic. Okay. So you were saying a neutral on the exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas.
Yeah.
I'm going to say maybe I small agree on that one. Sometimes I do wonder, like, what if instead of 1 million subscribers, I had 10 million? Right. Even though that's not very realistic.
What an intriguing idea.
Right. Okay, next one. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. That's a good one.
For me, that is a strongest degree.
Oh, snap. Very much agree on that.
I feel like sometimes I don't have a rough idea of what I'm supposed to do in a place. Like, I just kind of run with it. I got to that point. I used to be anxious about travel.
Yeah.
But now I have done it so much, not to flex, but like
not flex.
For work and random stuff, that now it's just like I'm a relaxed traveler. I go with the flow.
I feel you. I'm gonna have to say I disagree. Like, maybe just a mild disagree. I have to have some sort of like pre-written thing, or I'm going to freak out. I'm going to be like, what is happening? Where am I? My bed is not in this place that I'm currently in. Like,
I feel that.
Yes. I've got to have something, a crumb.
I have my friends of mine are like that, and I'm
Yes.
the weird one. I am for sure the weird one.
Okay. Next question. You often think about what... Oh, no. This hurts me already. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Long after it has taken place.
I'm going to go with medium agree.
Okay. That's a medium agree.
I do this. I don't know if I do it a ton, but I have random conversations from the past bump into my head, and then I go, oh, should I have done that?
I'm gonna go with a strong agree, and not because I'm always doing it, but because I'm consistently terrified at the time range. The other day, not the other day, but a few months ago, something popped up into my head that was an answer that would have made me look cool to someone who had said something to me when I was 7. Like me, a 22-year-old, wow. I was like, wait a minute, remember when that adult said that thing to me if I was 7? Too bad I didn't say this epic clap back. And then I was like, wait, maybe I have a problem.
I often think about, times that I had been like made fun of, or like been the subject of, or been the butt of the joke.
Yes.
Especially with adults when I was a kid. That's those come back.
Yes. They come back too hard. It's too real. Okay. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem.
I would go strong agree with that. But I do think it's a little bit of both, depending on where they're at and what they need. But I think the first instinct is like to support emotionally and try to understand what will help them best and what they need support in.
This is a weak point of mine. I regrettably find myself going into problem solving mode when somebody says that they are sad. I'm like, that's great. Can you work up an Excel sheet of the problems you're dealing with, and we can see which one of those we can work out first? And it's not because I'm trying to be insensitive. It's just my brain a lot of times will shut down the emotional part of what they're telling me and be like, because I feel like I can't contribute. It's like irrational. Obviously I can help, but instead my brain is like, you have no emotional value. So instead, try to give them your problem solving abilities, and it hurts.
So I do go into problem solving mode too much when there's not emotion.
Yeah.
Like if there's emotion, then I can tune into that part of myself. But if somebody's just ranting about work, I sometimes will like go into problem solving mode, because I'm like, well, have you tried this? Do you think we could, here's an approach. And never is it really what they need unless they're coming specifically for advice.
No, it hurts. Okay. Ooh, here's a loaded question. People can rarely upset you.
Strongest disagree in the world. I am but a sensitive little flower. I
was gonna say if you were agreeing, we could test that right now.
I'm please don't hurt me. I'm so soft. I'm so soft.
As for whether people can rarely upset me, I'm gonna say that's neutral. It wholly depends on the day. Most days, nothing that anyone says to me, like negatively, means anything, because it's just like, no one ever says anything to my face, you know what I mean? Random comments don't mean anything. However, if I'm having one of those days where I wake up and I'm like, this is the day I'm going to spiral over everything, if I do not feel like constantly approved of, then I'm going to mistakenly take it as disapproval, and so it puts me squarely in the middle.
100%. That's not being approved of in the right way and taking that as disapproval is my calling card.
My talent. Okay, let us move on. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going.
This is such a contextual question for me.
It definitely is.
If I don't know a single person in the room and the point of being there is not, if I don't know anyone, then I don't make friends with strangers usually if I'm just like getting in and getting out of a place. But if I am at like an improv class, for example, and you have to meet people, then I will talk to people. And if I know people, if I know the people I'm talking to, then I will definitely start the conversation. So I shrivel into my most introverted self when I am a completely unknown person or a unknown situation with a bunch of unknown people. So I'm going to go with a light agree, small agree on this one, just because I'm kind of in the middle, but I think sometimes rely on people.
I feel you. I'm gonna have to go with a large agree. I'm that person, like, even if we're friends, if you don't come to me with something, unfortunately, I can't give you anything. I'm that kind of person, like, you'll text me hi and I'll be like, hi. That's it. If you were waiting for something else, you have to explicitly outline that.
My friend had a birthday party virtually recently where it was like it was an app called Gather, or a website called Gather, where you had a little 8-bit avatar and you were walking around this area, and when you got close to people it would start a video chat.
What the heck?
Worst thing for my social anxiety ever. and like I at the party dynamic where like there's a circle of people who are all talking and laughing and having a good time, and then you show up but you're like outside of the circle and you're just like standing there and you're just like, hello, would you please allow me into the circle, gang? You all seem to be having fun, I would like to join. And I had that experience virtually and it was awful. And then I tried to like Irish goodbye like I would in real life. So it was perfect at emulating a real party environment for me.
That's iconic. I would just cancel it. It's to the point where even a Zoom call that I prepared for, I will in the back of my mind think maybe maybe I should just join without video. I will be sitting under my lights, fully dressed, and I'm just like, wait, do I want to be seen? Do I want to be perceived in this moment?
Yeah. You know what's funny though? If there is an agenda, like if I'm at a work meeting or something like that, I have a completely different level of comfort and I can get to business and talk no problem. I'm a big meeting contributor. I talk too much in meetings. And but yeah, socially, because it's that I don't have the schema. I don't know what the common ground is between me and the stranger. And I know that it's easy to find, but that's not what my social anxiety thinks. My social anxiety is like, you will never find the common ground with this person. In fact, if you talk, it's just going to be awkward silence. And it's going to make you feel really weird, and then they're going to hate you, and then you're going to, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's pain. Just like you're going to be trapped in awkwardness for the rest of your life is how it feels.
It hurts. Okay. If you temporarily have to put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. Is this true? Is this not true?
Disagree.
Large.
I would say medium disagree.
Medium.
If I put something on hold, good luck bringing it back. Good
snap. Luck. Let me see.
Just because I just am so. It's my ADHD, honestly. Yeah. It's like if I don't write it down, if I don't schedule out when I'm putting it on hold, if I don't put it in my calendar, it may as well never have happened. It may as well be completely, and it's so bad, and I hate it. So it's something I want to get better at. But,
of course. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go with a medium agree. I definitely like the pressure I feel. Well, I mean the pressure everyone feels, but the pressure I feel of oh snap, this needs to be done and I could have done it before and it's still not done, usually will be enough to push me to do it, just because I hate the feeling. I hate that feeling.
Oh, I hate the feeling, but it drives me to inaction.
If only.
Instead I'll just wait longer and sit on this couch indefinitely.
Yes. Okay. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. Is this a thing that you...
Strong disagree. I always worry, but then I have no reason to always worry because normally I make a reasonable impression. Reasonable to good, you know what I mean? But I always worry, 100%.
I feel you. I'm honestly going to have to say I agree in that I don't really worry. And maybe my reasoning is bad. It's honestly because I don't care. Most of the time... Hey, however I am in the moment is subject to change. So, first impressions, I'm fully aware that they're fake. I would rather just give you whatever the heck you get in that moment. If you can put up with that and come back later, bet.
It's purely based on my own self-consciousness. It's based on my own self-consciousness, because if I'm did I talk too much? Was I weird? It's all about me and the other person. It's all about my own problems with myself. And the other person is there to just validate, give me a litmus test of pass or fail. Did I, should I be feeling horrible and bad and I'm the salt of the earth? Or, it's am I allowed to live happily ever after?
It hurts. Okay. Someone in chat said hi. Okay. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. Do you agree with that or do you disagree with that?
I would say I agree.
Okay. Medium.
Wait. It would be a challenge to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without... Actually, I'm neutral.
Okay.
I think it really...
Very neutral.
It really depends for me. It really depends.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm locked into something, it's you could forget I was a person. It's if I'm super into a project or super, then it's see you later, and I forget to contact people in my life and be people are you okay? But then a lot of times, if I don't really have anything going on or something that I'm super, latched onto, then I'm swiping through my phone going, there's nothing on Netflix. There's nothing, why am I Goldilocks who is like too hot, too cold? Like I can't find the piece of media or the activity to satisfy my boredom right now.
I'm going to have to say, I strongly disagree. Look, I disagree that it would be a challenge. I am a solitary person. Now, not really. I enjoy the company of those around me, but given the option to be by myself, I will take it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Loneliness presents itself, of course, and has obviously been exacerbated by COVID-19. But in terms of boredom, that's not usually how loneliness presents itself. For example, this past weekend, I mean, let's not go back, or we'll talk about this for another 30 minutes. It was just Persona 4 time, okay?
Yes,
and every single weekend, it's insert time. Maybe I'll make a surprise video on my secret channel. I'm incapable of being bored. I can't be bored. I will find something to do. I will find something to do.
My boredom is actually just my anxiety.
Oh,
like it's not, and it's like I know this about myself, and so it's something I am like working on. But being bored to me is just being trapped in like a cycle of self-awareness and thought, where I'm just like, it's like not wanting to be perceived by myself. It's like I don't want to, so.
Oh snap! I feel you though. You know what? Wait. If I'm expanding the definition of boredom to include not wanting to think in this moment and having too much and not enough to distract me from what I'm thinking, then I would be closer to agree, I think. Okay.
Shout out to Bot Jenks, who said executive dysfunction squad. I'm team captain of the executive dysfunction squad.
Someone said they wish they had my incapability of boredom. It's just because I will fill it with something. It's not that I'm immune to boredom. It's that I despise it so much. I'm like, okay, bet I'm going to be busy on something. Okay. Do you agree or disagree that you are more of a detail oriented than a big picture person? Is that something you agree with or disagree? Are you a small picture guy or a big picture guy?
Man, this is a tough question. I'm an 80-20 guy. I'm
Ooh.
like, so the 80-20 answer, I think, for me is to go small disagree. Because I'm big picture.
Yeah.
And then I, paint with my broad brush, and then there's all the little cracks to fill in because I was painting with my broad brush and I couldn't get to those small spots. And I'm like, it's good enough. Like let's go.
Gosh.
You know what I mean? Rather than like meticulously filling in the small things, because I know if left to my own devices, I am I will do the impossible, like search for perfection.
Yes.
Because like I think that naturally I can be like, oh, okay, I'm never going to release this video because I'm going to be re-editing the same 1 minute sequence for like the rest of time. And so I've had to learn to just like, I can turn on being a perfectionist, but nowadays I leave. Someone said that's a strange mindset for someone with a computer science degree. It's again, I can turn it on. Like I care about the small details, but there's a lot of small details that don't matter. So for example, like if I'm, worrying about if I'm spending time worrying about like, a small decision in a video, like whether or not I should cut like a clip out or something, it's probably better serves me to just put the video out and not be or just make a decision, because the indecision is actually sort of has a big opportunity cost. And so like there's my CS degree. It's in terms of like optimizing my time utilization, I try to, only pick off the big things that matter rather than because the point being perfection is an impossible and unattainable goal, and you can achieve 80% of the outcome with 20% of the time, and then the remaining 20% of the outcome takes 80% of the time. So I'm a lazy perfectionist.
That's the smartest way of doing it. Look, let me show you how far opposite I am. If you go to my Vimeo, which is literally just my trash can, my video trash can, if you scroll down, you can find entire videos that I started and then abandoned because they were not perfect enough. Like, I'm trying to, let me see. It was this one I did a whole intro for. Let me see. I will find it because now I'm determined. How long ago was this? Oh my gosh. It got left in the dust apparently. Oh yeah. I think this was 8 months ago, I guess. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a video and it's gonna be like this. Hold on a second. I don't know how to make it bigger without full screen. Look, it's gonna have the aesthetic graphics, and I'm gonna have custom transitions for every single scene, and look at the lighting effects. And then 8 months ago, nothing happens to it. Or you get to this other one I have, and I was like, okay, you know what? That didn't work. Clearly there's a lesson here to be learned about project management, but instead of that, I'm gonna start this new project where it's like a pixel art exploration of the life and times of Claude Monet that for some reason I literally animated. And then I just were like, you know what, this is too much work, I can't do this. Now where it becomes a real problem, where it becomes a problem is when I sign a contract for a sponsorship, and I'm like, okay, bet this month I will upload this video about YouTubers who pretend to be kid friendly and, you know, they turn out to be the worst people ever. And I'll make this whole intro for it, and I'll tell you guys that I'm really working on it. And then I'll be like, you know what, this is too much work, so actually I have to back out of this contract that I signed.
That's I feel that I definitely bite off more than I can chew as a person, because I often imagine my time in terms of like the best case scenario rather than like the likely scenario. Like, well, if I don't sleep or eat or, you know, go to the bathroom, then sure, I can crank out a few videos this week. It hurts.
I have to agree. I am absolutely more detail oriented. It's something I've got to evolve. If I will be so unstoppable if before I get to the detailed oriented place, someone just asked what my Netflix password is, 5. Before I can get to the detail oriented place, if I can do the broad strokes and I can be like, okay, I'm gonna write the chunks of this, I'm gonna do a rough cut. If I had to go live with this right now, I could, and then I can beautify. But instead, I'm just like, detail.
For me, it's like it's in passes of like polish. So a lot of the videos of mine that I release, especially when I was starting out, are like I forced myself to put them out because otherwise I was going to do another pass and then another pass. And it's like I try to answer this question if I'm like literally I sometimes do this, but like it's I have to answer the question. So it's like if I am working on a 30-second sequence that's going to take me a few hours or an hour or something, and I'm like, okay, is this going to get me more views?
Right.
Is this going to make me happy?
Right.
If it doesn't check either of those boxes, then why am I doing it? I'm just hyper fixating on small details because my ADHD has like gotten the best of me, and I've got to like break out of it.
Right.
So I try to keep tabs on it.
I feel that. No, he's not lying, chat, by the way. Jarvis sent me, before he put out one of his bigger videos, he sent me like the script and an unfinished version, and he was like, what do you think of this? And I was like, oh wow, this is super great. I really like what's going on here. And then I blinked and the video was uploaded, and I was like, huh? He has that short of a buffer between. I was like, what?
I was that was like I had done all my other checks, and then I was like, as long as it's not like, oh yeah, in the middle of the video you like you know say some
there's a black screen.
Yeah, I've gone live with, I've uploaded videos and gone, you know, there's an issue. There's an issue in this video. Does it matter to fix it? like that's the thing. It's like,
I feel you.
Because I will fix it. But the thing is, I've been trying to untrain myself because otherwise it's like, oh, okay, the video is going to take an hour more to get out. All I'm going to change is the fact that like the audio is uncompressed at this one. I notice everything. I have an eye for detail, and so I know what I'm missing. I know what's not there, but I also am trying to learn to just let the thing go because, and I'm ranting.
No, we love the rants.
There's like this story about a teacher who had their students make clay pots, right? And like one group, she split the class into two halves. One half spent the whole semester making one pot, and the other half people made 100 pots. The people who made 100 pots made way better pots because they were able to practice the entire sort of flow of it, and you learn so much more like over less time if you aren't like. The other thing, sorry, about the do I love this or is this for me, is like, am I learning something from this? Because and am I learning something valuable? Because I could make, you know, with the same amount of time that I could like add the last 10% of polish to this video, I could get 80% into another video. Which of those things is like better for me? And then I'm like, okay, yeah, I probably just want to make more pots in this situation.
Legit.
Yeah. So yeah, it's perfect is the enemy of good and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, it reminds me of Roberto Blake. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but he makes like these videos about he's like the dude in terms of how to succeed on YouTube. But he has this amazing video that I send to all of my friends who want to get into YouTube, and he's basically like, it's the same principle. You should not be focused on your one good video. You should be focused on uploading 100 bad videos. He's like, you have to upload 100 bad videos before you get anywhere. So a lot of times when something is like not perfect, I'm like, you know what, this is one of the 100 bad videos, and I'm past 100 videos, but even now I'm just like, this is not the magnum opus I think it is, because it wasn't going to be that anyway. Right yeah, just 100% agree. Oh snap, I forgot we were taking a test. Hey, do you agree or do you disagree? Are you very affectionate with people you care about? I am. I would say strongest degree. Okay. I'm like very over affectionate. Like, I will text my friends that like just out of the blue that I like appreciate their friendship and stuff because I just I don't know why I do it. It just makes it's like I make them feel good and it makes me feel good to like have that reciprocated as well. You know? I'm gonna have to go with neutral, and the reason is I'm not emotionally unavailable. If you come to me and you're like, hey, something's going on, I'm gonna be like, oh, you know what? It doesn't deserve to go on because you are actually the best person, the greatest human. Okay, you work hard at everything and you deserve everything you have and more. I will fight everyone in your life who gets in your way, including me. Right. If I'm in your way, I'll fight myself right now. But that is only if you come to me first. If not, I'm just like, okay, hi, sure, I have all this like love for you, but I don't really express that kind of thing. So see you after work. I mean, and for me too, it's like sometimes I don't point my attention the way of people I care about, and then that doesn't happen. And almost like it's like, oh my god, it's been 6 months since I talked to this person who I like deeply care about. Now I feel guilty because I hope they don't. But then it's never like a thing where they think it's malicious or something like that. It's just like, oh, we haven't talked in a bit. Like, I'm glad we got to catch up. So. Yeah. All right. Do you agree or do you disagree that you have a careful and methodical approach to life? That's a really broad question. I actually would say medium agree with this. Okay. Because I am so like the thing that, and this is a
character flaw of mine. I think the biggest frustration for me is being like misrepresented.
Ooh.
Because like if someone thinks I am something I'm not, like when like I do so much research on a lot of the stuff I am talking about. So if someone, you know, thinks that I'm not putting in that work, or I'm just like showing up to like do something mean or whatever, it's like I want to show my work. Sometimes, like life hack videos where people are like, oh, these are so simple. It's like I watched hours of life hacks on like 3x speed to like cherry pick these things, and then I organized this video at a in a 3-act structure to like maximize viewer retention, and then somebody's just being like, oh, you know, these are so low effort videos. I'm like, bitch, I made a movie.
Literally.
You know what I mean? And so like that type of thing definitely I would say I'm very considered about the things that I say and the things that I do.
Let me see if I can find it. Chat, he's not lying in terms of the whole 3-act structure. That's a thing I feel like most YouTubers don't talk about. Hold on. But you have to do this for people to watch your videos on this platform at all. When did my Tati video come out? It's probably under completed. Does this one have the script, brainstorm, outline? This might be it. Okay, chat. Listen. People think the average YouTube video is like, oh, you save some receipts and you turn on the camera and you do all this stuff. This is what you have to do to get anybody on YouTube to watch your video. It has to be a concept. You have to be able to elevator pitch it. You have to figure out literally act 1, act 2, act 3. This is the synopsis of that video. Then you're like, okay, what is the timeline? This is whether you're talking about anything from Shane Dawson to life hacks. Because if you do not adopt this movie-like structure, then what will happen is some people will bow out of your video early. Yeah. And that like 5% of people who click out of your video early is enough to tank it. YouTube will not recommend it. It hurts.
I have like, there's so much, thinking about how the viewer is going to watch the video. And I have, I'm very proud of like the retention on my videos.
Yes.
And I think it like comes to, because I think I even sent you one of my video retentions and I was like, oh, the views were low, but like
the retention popped off.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, good. And so I think it's just like, that's a place, in the 80-20, right, thing where I think it's worthwhile to invest on a small detail, on like here's an example of something that I let go a lot. If I have an infinite amount of time, I will color grade a video, maybe. Or maybe I'll shoot it in extremely high definition. In RAW, and I'll color grade it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, do I want to do that on every video? It doesn't serve every video. Do I want to do that when I'm trying to make it look like a movie because it's like I have the technology to do so? Sure, maybe I'm like flexing that. Right. But I've definitely I've exported a video, gone, fuck, I forgot to color grade it. And then I'm just like, people probably don't care. People probably don't care. Like nobody cares as much as I care, so I just need to like let it go,
Yeah. You got to remind yourself of your old videos. That's what I do a lot. I'm like, okay, look, we're not fans of regressing. However, before I knew anything about video, my videos were not like, the balance was off. It was shot on a horrible camera. I didn't even have a real microphone. We weren't rocking the Shure SM7Bs back then.
Yeah, shout out.
People still watched them because they were so good videos. And so if I can remind myself of that, I can like free myself of a lot of the guilt of not pushing out a perfect product.
I was looking at one of my old videos that has like a lot of views, and I was just like, I don't like this video. I think that like, I would do this differently. I would do that differently. I've grown a lot from here. And then also, not every video needs to be the best thing that I've ever made. And that's something I had to let go of, because I always think of like Elle Mills with this because,
Oh, man.
you know, she's talked publicly about like burnout and, you know, feeling like you need to top yourself over and over again. It's just unhealthy. And I think that's how you end up in your like Logan Paul Suicide Forest situation.
Right.
Because
you've lost sight.
you are incrementally getting to the point where you just like go into you hit escape velocity and like leave Earth.
Yes.
And it's like, how did we get here? You know?
Yeah, I feel you.
So yeah.
So you said
it's interesting.
You gave it a agree. I would have to give it the same answer. Very much like I am. I want things to run smoothly. And the easiest way to do that is to plan ahead. Okay, here's a question. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. Do you agree or disagree?
Let me think on this one. So I remember every mistake I've ever made. I have receipts on myself like no one else, you know? But do they still bother me? I think there's something that I try to avoid.
Okay.
Because I try to use it as a learning experience. So I'm going to light agree here.
Okay.
Like I'm lightly bothered. I don't want to repeat the same mistake. So I'll give it a little bit more than neutral.
I would say in terms of, I like how this is worded. It doesn't say you're still bothered by mistakes. It says you're bothered by the mistakes.
Yeah, the mistakes.
Megan, these mistakes.
Yeah, the murderer's row of mistakes. You know who you are.
I think
the Avengers of mistakes.
Yeah. The cinematic universe of mistakes.
Of mistakes, yeah.
I would also
MCU.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree. Like, not to light agree. I agree that I'm bothered by certain mistakes. I can never seem to be like, okay, yeah, sure, I was wrong and shouldn't have done it. But the people in the situation forgave me. Maybe one day you can forgive yourself. And I'm just like, nah, that's really stupid. I'm just going to continue feeling bad about this forever.
Oh, wait. Actually, you can bump me up one stage because in the 9th grade, I called this girl a B word.
Oh,
and I
no.
felt guilty. I felt guilty about that for years. And she immediately like forgave me.
Right.
And I just like, but like that, like I just can't believe that I hold myself to a very high standard. And
right.
I
it's like, why would I do that?
I want myself to act. And so it's such it's like I was so overcome that I just like did it. And I'm just like, ooh. And so I've made a point to, you know, like, not do anything. I've had a really good track record, you know, at something like that. Like I don't, I've not had anything close to that before. But it's because that would run in my head, and I'm like, Brianna, I am so sorry if you're watching this.
There we go. Jarvis and D'Angelo, they're not bothered by the mistakes, but we're bothered by the mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found further away from the action. Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
I'm near the action. I would say medium agree.
Well, you're near it, so you medium disagree, right?
Oh, right.
It's confusing.
You're right. Thank you. Yeah, there's always like a negative, like a, yeah.
Right. You gotta account. I would say you can usually find me on the wall. Further away from everybody at the party.
Yeah.
It hurts. Okay. Do you often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them?
I do not.
Okay, that's good.
Because I feel like I'm someone who lets their emotions guide them. I just come up with like a convincing argument for what, like I come up with the argument for why I'm doing it after the fact. Like
Right.
I decided to do YouTube with my heart, and then when I knew people were going to ask like, how did I make that decision, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, I looked at the numbers and blah, 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 you know, it's like
according to my research.
Like, oh, yeah, it seems like you've really thought this through, and I'm like, yeah, wipes away sweat, you know, like.
So strong disagree with that, right?
Yeah, strong disagree.
I have to say I strongly disagree too. I don't, in my opinion, I don't let my emotions guide me, but that doesn't mean that I don't feel them. I think that's something people mix up a bit because they're like, oh yeah, I like D'Angelo. He doesn't make like videos when he's angry and he's never just, gone off on this crazy rant. But I do still be a human being though. A lot of times I will want to sit down and immediately record a video and go off. So when people in my life are like, listen, I'm fuming or I'm ecstatic or I am devastated, I understand because I go through all those same things.
Yeah,
okay.
100%.
When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but can you?
Yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, no idea how this. I don't think I ever watched the movie. I think I only browsed the catalog. Yeah. So I would go strong agree on that one.
Yeah, same here. Scrolling is I pay for streaming services so that I can scroll at night after I do all of my work and then go to sleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
It hurts.
Even I feel like hell is you're trapped on the Netflix recommended page and you're just infinite scrolling through B comedy movie from 1997 and it's no, this doesn't look great. Yeah.
It's because what if you click into something but then there was something that you could have clicked into that was better than that? It's like that racks me too much. Someone said get Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez on the stream. Maybe we can have Jarvis back too, and it could be the biggest commentary stream of all time.
that would be too powerful for Twitch. I
think Twitch would die. Okay.
Yeah.
You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. Do you agree or disagree?
I would agree with this.
Okay.
I would say middle agree because I do have a breaking point, but I usually do. This is an ADHD thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do my best work under pressure because it's I'm able to focus.
Yeah.
So in college, it would be I had 2 weeks to do a project and I'm on the last day and I'm okay. It's freeze frame. How's Jarvis get out of this one? So
I feel you.
So, yeah.
I'm going to say I'm neutral. Honestly, I don't work well under pressure. I can get things done, because as a grown-up I've had to figure out how to get things done under pressure
yeah, definitely.
But it's I can still be a wreck while I'm doing it. Okay.
Someone also shouted out Curtis Connor.
Oh snap. Curtis, Tiny Meat Gang, all of them.
I'm actually going to be on Curtis's podcast.
Oh
soon.
snap! That's really good.
Exactly. So check that out.
That'll snap! Oh wait, I should go on his podcast too, right?
Yeah.
Chat. Let's do that. Let's enter Curtis Town. Let's invade. Okay. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Do you agree or do you disagree?
No, that's the party thing I was saying earlier. I think strong disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you. As for me, I would also go with a medium disagree. If you guys are talking and you did not initially include me in it, I'm certainly not going to go through the emotional embarrassment of trying to figure out where I fit in this dynamic.
I think that I'm just standing outside the circle I'd like to be a part of things, but sometimes I'm able to dive in. If someone says something that I am extremely, have a strong opinion about, am knowledgeable about or whatever, then I could be are you guys talking about this thing?
Yes.
And then I'm oh yeah, I made it. It's a breath of relief.
Yes. Okay. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Do you agree or do you disagree with this?
Okay, I'm going to tell you about one of my dreams recently, and you tell me if it is bizarre or
fantastical. Chat, we're about to dream judge.
Okay. I had a dream the other day, and it really, I wrote it down because I knew I would forget it, and I was what is going on in my brain? What does this mean? Dr. Dre was portrayed in a video game, and he did not like his portrayal of the video game. So he went to a GameStop, I'm involved somehow. I think I know him. I don't know. So Dr. Dre went to a GameStop and he demanded that they destroy all of the copies of the game.
Okay.
They refused, and then he shot up the place.
Oh.
and then I was hiding, and I felt guilty because I didn't capture him on video.
Right.
No one's gonna believe that this was Dr. Dre. And also, like, he just like got home from like having a brain aneurysm. So I'm like, Dre, you gotta, look out for your own health. Like,
right. Please.
This is not healthy. It was weird. And
we're gonna answer for Jarvis, chat. We're gonna say we strongly agree that his dreams tend to be bizarre. That's insane. I almost wish it well, obviously we don't wish it happened, but I almost wish like we had live video footage of that dream.
I really
Dr. Dre's rampage.
I wonder what I wrote down in my notes about that. I don't think I have much written down, but I'm gonna type in Dre and see what I.
Yeah, let us know if you have any recall.
Oh, I just have. This is. Dr. Dre doesn't like the way he's portrayed in a video game. GTA ? So he kills a GameStop employee.
No.
And then under that I have doesn't solve the problem, and then under that I have but his brain.
Yeah, I wish there was a level above strong agree.
Yeah.
When I sleep, I don't remember any of my dreams ever. Almost. I'm just gonna have to say that I'm neutral. It's like I can count on one hand the amount of dreams that I've woken up and remembered dreaming within the past like 5 years. And never am conscious that I'm dreaming once I'm awake. Okay.
Yeah.
In your opinion, it's sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. Screw people over a little bit.
I strong disagree. I think I would say one of my biggest guiding principles in life is that you can succeed doing things the right way.
Yes.
And doing things like in a I don't want to sound like holier than thou, but
no, that's fine.
A way that's in line with your standards and virtues,
Yes.
your values. And I think that I think I see other people stepping on others or doing something, and then it just drives me a little bit. There's a part of me that is like, but when I succeed, it will be on my terms, and I'm not like stooping to this level. So
I feel you. Yeah. I'm gonna have to say I disagree. Maybe not like super strongly. I'm in the middle of disagreeing, and the reason I say that is a lot of times I've had to accept that if I'm being nice, I'm not going to get anywhere. Now, we're not talking about things like screwing over innocent people to get ahead. Obviously, that's not something I tried to build a platform off of.
Yeah.
But sometimes I have to be like, okay, I understand that there's an opportunity here that other people can use besides me, but they're not taking it. And so, like, I'm not going to get forward if I wait for it to come back around. I'm going to have to go for it. And it hurts, but sometimes I can be a bit cutthroat. Okay. You are dedicated and focused.
I would say that I agree that I play the game. I play within the rules of the game.
Yeah.
But I do play the game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like, but I would never. I would more likely sacrifice myself for someone than have someone else sacrifice themselves for me.
Yes.
So there's that, and I think it's just like a guilt thing. I don't know. I want to like I feel such a deep guilt and shame that I don't like. I mean, I'm still mad about the like calling someone a bitch like when I was a child. So it's like I just know that kind of stuff would not sit well with me. Okay.
You are dedicated and focused on your goals, and you only rarely get sidetracked. Do you agree with that?
I get sidetracked so much. I don't even know. I think that like part of my, this year, I don't think I haven't even decided what my goals are.
Oh, snap.
It's like, I'm kind of just running on autopilot right now.
I hear you.
My goal, a lot of my goals are related to balance and like finding a healthy, work-life situation. But I would say medium disagree.
Okay, I feel you. Let me tell you how strongly I agree that I'm dedicated and focused on my goals. What I will do, and I've brought this up on stream before, but I just love that's happening right in front of me, is I will set the highest, most insane goals I can think of, and then I'll somehow make them happen anyway. So the goal that I made for 2021, oh my gosh, Lord help me, 2021, I said, you know what, I'm gonna upload 150 videos this year, and I'm gonna get 10 million views every single month. And so far, as long as I acquire the 1.2 that we are missing within the next week, which I'm definitely on track for, it's gonna happen. I have unironically posted, is it 10 or 11 videos, chat? It may be 11 videos I'm up to, and it's just because I'm like, once I get it in my head that's gonna happen, that's it. Maybe sometimes to my detriment. Maybe it's not always the best thing, but once I've decided this is what I'm gonna spend X amount of time doing, you can't distract me. You can't get in my way.
I think that I do think that small goals versus large goals is tricky, because I also have the if you can see it, you can believe it type thing. I was I'm gonna go work at Google, and then I went and got an internship at Google. It's like,
that is insane, by the way,
in San Francisco, and then I'm gonna become a YouTuber, and then that somehow worked out. So I do have that, but getting sidetracked, I don't getting sidetracked on a small task feels very different than getting sidetracked from a large goal. So maybe I'll move mine to neutral for that.
Yeah, let's update. I feel you on that. Okay. Listen. Wow, there are a lot of ones on here about mistakes. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge.
Strong agree.
Oh, snap.
If I make I have strived for perfection my whole life in terms of making mistakes, and I feel so bad when I make a mistake.
Yeah.
It's something I've worked on, because I think it's a survival, mechanism when I was a kid. It was how I was validated. So it's if I spell something wrong, if I the amount of shame and what's the embarrassment that I'll feel on small mistakes used to be immense, and it's now I'm much better at letting these things pass. But I'm gonna go with strongly agree on that one.
I'm actually gonna say I strongly disagree, and the reason is I too have a very strong reaction to making mistakes, but my reaction is so cutthroat. It's okay, this is never going to happen again. Sure, you may have caught me in this bad moment, but I will move heaven and earth to make sure I never get back here, just because of how much I know it doesn't represent me. That's the thing. It's why I get angry when I make mistakes, and I'm I hate that I made this mistake, because this is not what I usually do. And I have faith. A lot of times my audience knows, okay, well, obviously he has a track record. He has, he's not purposely doing these things. But in my head, the thought that somebody could think of this as my MO is so extreme that I'm okay, no, there's no doubt. I'm just going to steamroll any possibility of this mistake happening again. It hurts.
I think that the word doubt is pretty operative for me, because usually it doesn't stop me in my pursuit, but I do have an emotional response that is sometimes tough to get over. So if I fail at something that I want to try out, or I make a mistake, I beat myself up about it, or historically, and then but I keep going. It's I don't quit. But I do beat myself up on the way to the goal, and that's again something I'm working on. I'm just being honest here.
Look, you've got it. Whoa, what the heck? Okay, look, I scrolled down to the bottom. This has 1.3 million shares. Okay, clout for a test that's not even really that accurate.
Damn.
Go off. Anyways, when add a social.
I'm nervous that this is going to be a lot of pages and we haven't actually made it that far.
Don't worry, we are already 38% done.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know.
Medium agree. Pretty
Okay.
much, yeah, that's how I am.
I'm going to strongly agree. No new friends. I couldn't tell you why. It doesn't, I don't know why. I feel like my friend group is so tight and like they're there for me. Any like disturbance is going to throw me off and I'll have to learn. Cause that's the thing too. Like with my friend group, I've learned how to work not just around, but with everyone in it. You know what I mean? Like my one friend, I understand if he comes to me and says this, then this is what he really means. Or my other friend, if she says this, it can mean something different. So I'm at the point in my life where I don't want to learn that for anyone else right now because it takes a lot.
I feel that. I think that I love the getting to know a new friend and like finding the common ground.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I didn't, and I have had really cool situations where I have like met people out of the blue.
Yeah.
But naturally, I normally, if I'm like feeling socially anxious, it's like I talk to my friends and that's it.
Yeah.
Which is why it's tough. Which is why it's tough when they're not there. Then I just like loiter around and then leave.
COVID-19 be like, okay.
Yeah.
You usually lose interest in the discussion when it gets philosophical. Do you agree or disagree?
Strong disagree.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell just from how our conversation is going. That was not going to be true.
Yeah.
You would never let yourself cry in front of others. What are you? A woman? Guys don't cry.
Yeah.
Especially not in front of other people.
strong disagree. I cry in like I've cried in my videos twice. I cried to High School Musical in one of my videos.
Period. I strongly disagree with that. I happily cry. It's mostly my parents. Even at this age that I am, like, I always say this age that I am because I never know my age off the top of my head. It's 22. Even at age 22, happily, just tears streaming down my face. I'm not talking about like the pretty crying where it's just like, oh, you know, life is so hard and why doesn't anything go my way? I'm talking about where I'm just like, can you give me a moment? I can't breathe right now. Yeah. And I would do it again.
Yeah.
Happily. Okay.
100%.
You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate ones. Do you agree? Or do you disagree?
I would medium agree with this.
Okay, bet.
If it were like 5 years ago, I would strongly agree. But I've started to see more value in quiet and intimate like spaces.
Yeah.
So I would just like, yeah.
I hear you. I'm gonna say that I strongly agree, mostly just because I feel like I can get more done. Wait. No, wait. I misread that.
Disagree.
Yes, thank you. I strongly disagree. Okay.
Yeah.
You enjoy the act of discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Do you agree that you like doing that? Or are you like, screw the future?
it really depends on the subject. So I would say like, okay, you like discussing different views and theories on what the world. I would actually just say neutral here.
Okay, that's fair.
Because there's certain topics, like a friend of mine is really into VR and was talking about like the future of VR and like sort of like the utopic like best case scenario thing. And I'm always so I tend to be cynical with that, and it makes me not want to entertain the future discussion, and I'd rather like focus on the present. So I think that's why sometimes it gets me.
I hear you. I'm gonna say I disagree, not strongly, maybe in the middle, and it's mostly just because I found it to be so unpredictable, and that like it bites me. And the reason it's a problem is because I get my hopes up super high, and I'm just like, things could be so good, and then it's 2020. That's what things are. So instead I'm just like, what can I do in this moment? What can I focus on right now? Whatever 100%. Happens will happen. Okay. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Do you agree?
Strong agree. I already spoke on this one.
Yes, you did. I'm gonna honestly, even though this is a big question, I'm gonna strongly disagree. To my detriment, I will go with the safer option sometimes. And I can think of times in my life where I had an opportunity and I should have taken it, even if it wasn't the smarter one. But I'm Bill Dipperly. I don't know what to tell you. You cannot imagine. Oh, what's up?
Yeah. Oh, no, I was gonna say I could definitely make an argument for the opposite, like me going completely the other way.
Yeah.
Because I take calculated risk.
Yeah.
So I do. So thought does go into it, but that calculated risk is motivated by heart, and it's like seeing what's available. Like I didn't work at a startup until after I paid off my student loans, because I knew that, even though my heart was to like make that decision, I had to like make sure that I wasn't making a decision that could like hurt me in the future.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm light agree on this one.
Yeah. We will adjust that to a light. Okay. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. Do you agree?
This is such a strange question.
What could you dedicate your life to studying that you cannot see, touch? Oh, okay.
Like if you were like,
I guess religion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Theology. Molecules.
It's like you cannot see yourself.
I don't know what this is asking. This is a weird question.
Yeah, my thing got not great quality, so I'm just refreshing.
Oh snap! Is it me? Is it you?
I'm not sure. Like someone said history, physics.
Oh, yeah. History. That's a good one.
Some of those things, philosophy. Okay.
Okay, I do understand now the question.
Psychology. So you cannot imagine. I would say strong disagree, because there's not much that I can't imagine. Like I don't have any, like I can't even, my brain can't even go there. No, you know what I mean? Like I think that like humanities are extremely valuable, and if I didn't go into computer science, I was going to go into psychology.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would say
out to, the humanities.
Oh snap! My mods are saying, I just saw a mod in chat saying it's like lagging like crazy. 4:34. The stream is a bit laggy. Oh, that was 1 minute ago. Okay.
Yeah, I was seeing it. I think it is, at least my stream is coming back, but I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
BRB.
No rush. Okay, Jarvis is on his way back. I'm sure the audio is not lagging. Mods, what's going on with it? Like, what's it look like? I'm looking at it right now. Oh, Jarvis didn't mute his mic. Let me help him out real fast. Okay, there we go. Anyway, let's see. I can't tell. Someone says picture. Yeah, that's great. Let me see what Streamlabs is saying the issue could be. Oh snap. People do be following us though. Anyway, as far as this goes. Wait, that's not the right thing. Look, I love how Jarvis left for 1 second and now the stream gets super boring. We're back to the technical difficulty stream. Okay, so Streamlabs is not saying that we're dropping frames. Okay, I think it's better now. It's better now than it was before. Refresh your page, guys. Refresh your pages. And it should be a little less horrifying than it was initially. Someone said don't use 19 personalities or 16 personalities. Don't worry. We already know this is not a good test. We're just taking it because it's dramatized. Someone said the audio is good. Yeah, I've literally never had an audio problem. Oh, snap. Look at the scuff speed test. Look at that. 5 up. But then it jumped to 200. It literally was at, oh snap, 13. That was down, not up. Oh, 13 down? What does that mean? Okay, I'm running it again. Chat, we just jumped from 13 down to 250 down. Oh snap, Jarvis is back. No, you missed it. I ran the test and it said 13 down. 1-3. But I did it again and now it says 250. Let me see. It seems to be running though. It seems to be running. Yeah. That was terrifying. All right. Oh wait, Jarvis, you're muted. I muted you. Hold on a second. Nobody can hear you. Only I. Okay, surprise. Jarvis is back.
Thank you for letting me out of voice jail.
Jarvis Johnson held captive on stream. That's what I should have named it. Okay. Okay, I think we're back. I think we back. And it looks fine, actually. Wow, okay. Surprise, surprise.
I'm being silenced. My free speech.
Yes, period. They're coming for you next. You shouldn't have celebrated. Okay.
Oh.
What did I... Oh, the question...
Oh, no, someone reacted to voice jail. Okay, cool. So
yes.
someone can hear me.
He's back. Don't... Wait. They're still saying unmute, though.
I know, but...
What?
But someone's reacting to what I said, so...
Okay, true. Well, I said it too. Oh, yeah, he said they're back. Okay, they're back. Bruh, the delay is gonna throw me off.
Yeah. It really, yeah.
It's the delay for me.
It's the delay for me, man.
Okay. As for myself, you cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. Ugh. I'm neutral. That's something I would have to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a weird question.
It's a weird question.
Oh, snap.
I hope that doesn't swing the balance.
No, Jarvis, that's weighted. That was 80% of the whole
that was
test.
80% dude, I hate teachers that do that shit.
Yes. Well, we're halfway done. Oh, we're halfway there. I don't know how that song goes. You usually prefer to get your revenge than to forgive.
I wish I could get that.
You wish you could be that cutthroat MFer.
I just can't. You usually prefer. Yeah, so I guess I have to strong disagree. I mean,
yeah.
Aspirationally, there's a catharsis, like this, like it's fun to imagine because I'm sure it would be very cathartic, but at the same time, I have to forgive at the end of the day. I don't strongly disagree. Because sometimes I will just go that extra mile. Like, let me tell you something that I just did. Someone made a video disagreeing with me, and it was actually getting views. And in my opinion, it was a bad video because their points were like wrong. So instead of just ignoring it and instead of platforming it, at least I didn't do that. I was like, you know what? Let me just like type up my entire video script of what I would say if I was going to react. Unironically, I typed like I even formatted it. I'm like, okay, and then at 313, this is why I disagree with that. Yeah. And then I did put it in the comments. I was like, okay, I appreciate the response. I'm not really gonna make a reaction video, but here's kind of what I would have said. And then after the fact, I was like, that was a lot of work for something that I wound up not gaining anything from. So whereas usually I will avoid the revenge tactics. Yeah.
You often make decisions on a whim. Do you agree or disagree?
I would medium agree. I make a fair amount of decisions on a whim, like purchasing decisions. I'll do impulse buys and yeah, I'm open to impulses. So whims are cool, but fine by me.
I strongly disagree. For some reason, I have to do this cost benefit analysis. I have to know, like, I'm talking about like, what am I going to eat for dinner? There has to be a reason for that.
Yeah.
The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. Now be careful because those other people could be watching the stream right now.
Yeah, I'm in the middle on this one.
Okay, we're kind of neutral.
Because I need both. I need both to like balance myself.
I hear you. As for myself, I will say more interesting and satisfying. I'm neutral too, because it fully depends. Like in this moment right now, I really enjoy talking to you. I enjoy being live. I enjoy all of this. But there are days when this would not be productive for me at all. So I'm neutral. Yeah. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning of a message Oh gosh, I can't read. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or movie.
Special effort.
Yeah, you've got to know.
I think I would medium disagree. I would lightly disagree.
Okay, we lightly disagree.
Yeah, because I don't like. What was I was like singing a song that's like 20 years old and I had no idea what it was in my head, and I was singing it and then realized what the words were like in the present, you know what I mean? And
yes.
I was like,
I would have to strongly agree. I definitely put special effort into interpreting the real meaning. What I want, besides figuring out the real meaning, is I want to know what other people's meanings are. So like there's this band I've been listening to lately called Nieves, and they have this song called A Beginning, a Middle. And the problem was that the lyrics for that song do not exist online. So I was like, you know what? I need people to have a conversation about this. So let me go ahead and put the lyrics on Genius, and hopefully in a few years maybe someone can comment on it and I can get a bit, like, if you go to the contributors, there I am, D'Angelo. No, that's me. I'm the one. I always need there to be some sort of discussion about the deeper meaning of a song for me to thoroughly appreciate it.
So people are like, Jarvis's whole content is finding meaning in nonsense. And that's fair. That's fair. So I'll bump it up. But what I'm thinking of is like when I watch a movie, I just like am there for the experience. And when I listen to a song, I'm just there for the experience. And those were the things that were like referred to. But I will also say that even for songs and stuff, like Frank Ocean's Channel Orange or Blonde, which I think are perfect albums, I know a lot about. Like I know a lot about the meaning because I sought out that information. So I do actually agree with this.
I feel you. Okay, I bumped you up to small agree. You always know exactly what you want, Jarvis Johnson. Do you agree with that, or do you disagree?
Strong disagree. Most of my time is spent trying to figure out what I want.
Oh gosh, I unironically have to strongly agree. Typically, I do always know what I want out of a situation. Now, where we start getting sticky, I don't always get exactly what I want. And that's when I usually start to have a little bit of a breakdown. I'm like, no, I had everything planned perfectly. But no, I do typically have some sort of goal or like outcome. You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. Do you agree? You rarely think about the past. This is so redundant. They've already asked this.
They've already asked this. I was gonna disagree, and I just wasn't sure how strong. I'll medium disagree with this.
Okay, I strongly disagree. I definitely do be replaying situations, though. Oh snap! 60% chat. When in a public space, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas.
This like hugely depends. Public place, I would small disagree.
Okay, we slightly disagree with that. I strongly disagree. People will think I'm not there. This only happened to me once, where I had agreed to go somewhere and like with my friends and all of that, and so I was there, and I basically was asked like, where are you? Like, I thought you were coming. And I'm like, oh no, I see you. You can't see me because of how far away I am from the commotion.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I do it.
So you wouldn't you agree with that one? Because it's
did I misread it?
You stick to less crowded.
Oh my gosh. I hate the way these are worded. I strongly agree.
So confusingly.
It's literally so confusing. Please help.
Someone said, hang on.
What's up?
What Inkaoi said you switched yours and Jarvis's answer tab. You didn't move them, did you?
No. Did I?
I don't think. Oh, just the answers.
Oh, what?
And I think it's about. I think it was we got confused by the wording of that last.
Oh, okay. I'm like, no way.
Oh, so for me, I'm strong disagree.
Oh,
and I think we
okay.
agree.
Jarvis strongly disagrees. I strongly agree. Thank you, chat. I was like,
cool.
there's no way I switched the tabs.
So I was a light disagree. Thanks for
Oh,
reminding
a
me.
light
Troy.
disagree. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, we would have gotten to the bottom of it at some point. Okay. You tend to focus on present realities than future possibilities. Oh gosh, they asked this one too. But do you strongly agree or disagree?
I explicitly said this earlier, so
Yes.
I would say like medium agree.
Yeah, so Jarvis Medium agrees. I strongly focus on the present more than the future. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Do you agree?
Strong disagree.
Okay. I'm
an empath. No.
No! Jarvis Johnson canceled.
No. I usually like it's like not hard for me to replay a situation in someone else's shoes and see how they could, because also if I believe that everyone's feelings are valid, then I'm coming from a place of understanding why their feelings are what they are, rather than like justifying why their feelings are what they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm taking for granted, I'm taking as fact that their feelings are what they are, and I'm saying, okay, how did we get here? How can we learn from it? Yeah.
I have to strongly disagree. I definitely have a good time. I don't have a hard time misunderstanding or understanding people's feelings. And that's because it's the only way I can educate myself about things that, like you're saying, I have no way of experiencing. Like, transphobia. I happen not to be a trans person. So if I just could not understand gender dysphoria because I've never experienced it, I probably would wind up being a bit transphobic, right? But I can be like, wow, even though this is not a thing that I've ever had happen to me, I totally see where you're coming from. That's crazy. So I have to disagree as well. Like this is in my opinion, the biggest thing that winds up separating people politically. If politics based off of understanding other people's feelings usually are the ones I'm going to gravitate towards. And when I find myself like vehemently disagreeing with someone politically, it's often because they are not even considering that other people could have feelings other than theirs, which is insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Well, you're an 80-20 dude, so you've got to somewhat agree.
Yeah, no, I was going to say like it's like working in working in industry. I think I naturally am like I'm medium agree here.
Okay, I feel you. I know we're not.
Also, shout out to trans rights.
Oh snap! Trans rights in chat. Period. Trans rights are human rights. When starting a project, do I prefer to make as many decisions upfront as possible? Neutral. I know you're not supposed to like choose neutral for everything, but it just, again, I'm in such varying states of mind on varying days.
Right.
When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will. Oh, this is so sad. How long it will be until they become disappointed in you. Oh no.
So this is weird because there's certainly me worrying about whether or not someone who has a high opinion of me will become disappointed in me, but I do not think of it as I'm destined to be disappointed in
Can't wait for them to hate me like everyone in my life does.
Yeah. So I guess I lightly disagree.
Okay. I'm going to have to say, oh no, go ahead.
Yeah. No.
No, I was going to say, when I know someone thinks highly of, for me, it's the opposite. When I know someone's disappointed in me, or when I know that they dislike me, I have a countdown timer in my head. Because I'm like, well, I'm D'Angelo Wallace. So clearly they're missing something.
Right.
Clearly at some point they will wind up adoring me. And it always happens. So when I know someone thinks highly of me, for some reason, I know they're going to stay. They're just going to, you can't hate me for some reason.
Right. I'm a light disagree, by the way, on this one. I think you might have me on.
Oh, did I misjudge you again? You said light disagree.
Light disagree. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's also, the words sound very similar.
They do. Please help.
Yeah.
You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. You're like, oh, that person right there, I'm gonna talk to them.
If I'm already find them interesting, then that must mean I have something that I could talk to them about.
Right.
So I'm gonna light agree here.
Okay. We
because
lightly agree.
I can talk to people who I find interesting.
Oh snap!
Definitely.
People are saying we're frozen. They're saying we're dead.
You're okay. So it's not frozen on my screen.
It's not frozen on mine either. Wait, it might not have frozen yet. Remember, we're on the delay.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching the I should be experiencing
what the chat is
experiencing.
Chat, maybe refresh the page. For once, it actually looks good to me. Weirdly,
I have the Twitch up as well, and yeah, my Twitch is
okay.
Fine.
Yeah, no, Jarvis. Yeah. Jarvis is that person I wish I had who could actually watch the stream while I'm streaming and tell me how it looks face to face.
Yeah. I'm mostly doing it for looking at the quiz. It helps me to, like read it.
Okay. You feel comfortable. Wait, I just read that. Do I feel comfortable just walking up to someone I find interesting and striking up a conversation? Absolutely not. I strongly disagree with that. I don't know why, but fair. I'm never going to be that first person. Oh, snap. 70% done. Okay. You often...
Final stretch.
Yeah, final stretch, ladies and gentlemen, people of all kinds. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. Usually. Do you agree with that or disagree?
I light agree.
Okay, we lightly agree.
I drift into various ideas and scenarios. That seems
yeah. What were the words that they used?
Various ideas or scenarios. It's so general. Do you agree or disagree? You experience thoughts from time to time.
Right.
It's like
Do you ever think of something? That's the question.
End of question mark. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to strongly agree. Yeah, sure. Okay. Weirdo question. Now, you look after yourself first and others come in second. Do you agree? It's Jarvis first.
It's situational for me because I understand the rationale behind like you put on the mask for yourself before anyone else, like on a plane, for example.
Sure.
And there are other situations where that sort of methodology can come into place. But in general, I would say I try to put others first before myself. So I would light disagree here.
Okay, we will lightly disagree with that. As for myself, I would say I lightly agree. And it's not that I think I'm more important. It's just that I know if I'm not at full capacity, because I'm not, that's the thing, like the biggest misconception is that I'm always like this. I'm certainly not. And on those days when I'm not at full capacity, sometimes I will have to tell people like, there's not much I can do for you right now. I'm sorry. Maybe there's someone else you can talk to until I can get back to where I should be. There's not much I can do for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Even when you have planned a particularly, even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. Oh my gosh, everyone's saying it's lagging. Please.
I think
we're fine.
It looks fine to me now. But
I need to stop reading chat.
I would
or do I need to stop reading chat?
I would light agree here because I'm definitely prone to not paying attention to my plan for myself. But at the same time, I do often make those plans and attempt to stick to them. So I'll light agree.
As much as I want to say I disagree with this, I know Twitch chat would be like, you're a liar. I always wind up going so wildly off of the agenda for whatever reason. I can't keep I can plan it down to the minute and be like, oh, we're going to be here for 3 hours and we're going to do this and that. And then the stream pops up and I'm like, you guys want to hear this really cool song I heard the other day?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. 100%.
Your mood can change very quickly. Do you agree or disagree with this?
Strong agree. Shout out to rejection sensitive dysphoria.
Oh, snap.
My RSD ADHD gang.
We love disorders.
yeah. Basically, like for me, I can like get really like my mood can shift really quickly negatively, and I can feel like white hot heat of like the moment and it sucks ass. It's like
God,
the
it
fucking
sounds
worst.
pretty bad.
But and then you kind of like snap back out of it, and it's like, who is that? Like,
Yeah.
I swear, like that's not me.
Bruh. I'm gonna have to like slightly disagree. For the most part, I'm pretty unshakable. It's like, it's just because of the way I was brought up. I've had to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the most part, I've had to stay level, and I'm fortunate enough that I can under most circumstances. Okay.
Yeah.
You often contemplate the reasons for human existence, or the meaning of life.
Nice.
You during your existential crisis.
So you often contemplate the reasons for you. So I am mystified by life.
Okay.
I think that's like, I think it's cool to think about. I don't care much about the meaning of life per se.
Okay.
But so I actually know, because this is reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. So I would say I lightly disagree with this.
Okay.
I don't really think that there's, a meaning of life except for the pursuit of meaning.
Right.
But yeah.
I if you had asked me this a while ago, I would have given like some wacky answer, but lately I found myself like strongly disagreeing. I honestly don't care about like the meaning of life or the origin of humanity or the reason that we're here. I'm just like, how can I maximize revenue now that we're here? How can I make the system work better now that I'm in it?
Yeah.
You often talk about your own feelings and emotions on the hit podcast Sad Boys.
I was gonna say, LOL. You have a podcast where you often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Strong agree. Strongest agree. Break the meter. It's like 11.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
I strongly disagree. Interestingly enough, in most of my videos, despite how long most of them are, you'll find that I don't often talk about my own feelings and emotions. And my reasoning behind that, well, probably has a lot to do with the fact that I feel like I need to give you a reason for why I'm not talking about my emotions.
Right.
I don't always find it helpful. You know what I mean? To me.
Yeah. I think it depends on, like, in my videos, I don't. In the podcast I do, because that's like the whole premise of it.
Yes, absolutely.
But often, like, I don't. Yeah, usually my personal feelings don't come into my my
but
videos,
no, even in like real life, it's problematic because people will be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I'm okay," and nothing possibly could be going wrong because nothing ever does. And it's like that was them literally coming to me like, "Hey, I'm offering you, time and space. I am, respecting you enough to want to know how you're really doing." And I'm like, did I ask? It's something I've got to work on.
My main reason for answering strongly, other than the obvious reasons, is in person. I also talk a lot about it.
Yeah.
With other people. Usually it's like I don't just bring it up out of nowhere, but I can get into those deep conversations with friends.
Yeah. No, I need time. Okay.
Yeah.
You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. Don't lie.
Strong disagree.
What? That's a whole lie.
Plans.
Okay.
Plan in the future.
Okay.
I don't know the future anymore.
Okay, no, that's fair. I was gonna say, if we're talking about qualifications, this could have been the whole stream.
I used to do like professional development groups and stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time you're making these like 5-year plans, 10-year plans or whatever.
Yeah.
And I found myself routinely not being able to identify with it because it felt so hollow, because there's so much that can change in a single year that how could it seems like a foolish endeavor to try to know
sense in a way.
Like what is 5 years ahead. So I think what I know is, the things I like, what are my morals, who are the people that I love and care about.
Yeah.
And then I just like that goes into the equation, and then otherwise we're just improvising. But short-term goals, sure, but
right.
yeah, I would say strong agree on long-term development plans.
I would have to strongly agree that I have detailed career plans stretching into the future. And the funny part was, I was just talking to my friends about this yesterday. It's one of two things, and they seem very different, but they're not. I'm either headed towards like doing my best to break out of the internet space, or it's like, it's not a limitation. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I'm famous on YouTube, but I want to be famous in real life. I honestly don't view it as limited that I have acquired what I have here. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be on Netflix, and that doesn't mean I don't want to be accessible like outside of where I am right now. So I've been behind the scenes working on just talking to people, looking into things, seeing like how can I use what I have, obviously, which is like presence and people who are nice enough to like me. Thank you for that. And the face and all of that. Where can I go with that outside of the internet? But on the other hand, I also have plans of like, once I have ascertained that I have enough money to not worry about money ever again. I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm going to be good for the next 20 years. Once I hit a threshold where like my investments are doing the things that they need to do, and like I can actually not have to have any more cash flow, but I can continue sustaining myself and my family.
Yeah.
Disconnected, dead, done, gone. I'm serious. Like, once I have become rich enough to not have to worry about it, you will probably never hear from me ever again. I'm going to become an artist and living in a cave with my tiny family. Maybe I'll put out a book at the end of my life. They're like, oh my gosh, he has 1,600 drawings that he never showed anybody. And that's like,
so funny.
Okay.
That's so interesting. Like, I was gonna say, we couldn't be more different, because for me, I'm like, I'm gonna work forever. I already don't care about money. It's like, for me, it's more the pursuit of goals and stuff. But what goals, we don't know. It's more the pursuit of like greater. It's like I kind of just like pursuing things.
Yes.
whatever that, and I like challenging myself and learning. So I just like want to keep that up.
Yeah, no, the moment I can cast all that aside, we're donezo's. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is the same question the fifth time. You rarely dwell on your regrets.
Yeah, strong disagree.
Yeah, I would say I disagree. I definitely don't rarely dwell on them. Okay.
Yeah.
Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. Do you agree?
This one's tough. This is like the introvert extrovert question.
Literally, that's what this is.
So, it really depends on what is being asked of me in this environment. Because if I am performing,
right.
I usually
we need you to talk to everyone. We need you to be perfect right now.
yeah. It's like, if I'm performing, then it's very different than if I'm like, I can be drained in social situations and enjoy it because I enjoy that performance aspect. Then I can be drained, like, I don't want to do this, I need to get out of here type thing. So I actually am gonna go neutral on this, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're a bit neutral. I would say I strongly agree. Honestly, like, this sounds dramatic, but if I'm in a room with like a bunch of people having different conversations, I feel like my life energy is being drained. I just need like a subsection of that room where I can talk to a few people so I can stay grounded. Okay.
Yeah.
You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. Do you agree? Are you more practical, or are you more like, think of the possibilities?
I mean, I feel like our can we not be both? Like,
I agree, by the way.
But yeah. So I guess I would say light agree, because I am pragmatic. I am practical about things. I don't have big ideas with no idea how I'm gonna get there.
Right. No path to success.
Yeah. How do I set myself on that course? You know what I mean? So yeah, I would light agree.
Do I see myself as more of a realist than a visionary? I will lightly disagree. I think a lot of times I do wind up thinking more of like what could be accomplished, you know what I mean, than like,
Yeah.
But this is a weird question because it's definitely both. Okay. You find it easy. Oh my gosh, they asked this too. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have.
I mean, I strongly agree simply because I feel like my job is to listen to that person.
Right.
And if that person is expressing, like the premise of this is that person is expressing themselves. So I have to know about what they're going through.
Right.
And based on their own expression, I can, generally empathize. But not to say that like I can empathize with anyone's experience because I haven't had everyone's experience, but more like I feel like I can empathize with a feeling.
Yeah.
And experiencing grief or happiness or whatever, and then the why is like I'm gonna listen to a person, their story, and
Could you imagine if someone came to you and they were like, I feel like no one understands what I'm going through, and I'm like, you're probably right. Anyway, you're so true.
I mean, we're all unique snowflakes, so no one has gone through what you're going through. I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you.
Have fun. No, I can definitely empathize, because I mean, even if I haven't gone, just like you're saying, if I haven't gone through the exact thing, most certainly things in my life have caused me to have adjacent feelings, you know what I mean? I can draw from that even if I can't draw from your specific lived experience.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Your personal work is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized or consistent efforts.
Unfortunately, strongly agree.
Hang
my head in shame. Hang my head in shame.
I don't think you should be ashamed because you still get your work done. You know what I mean?
True. It's true.
Like you're productive.
Yeah, but I strongly agree that my style is closer to the spontaneous one. Yeah.
I will say I disagree. Now, sometimes if I'm getting a certain way, it usually happens towards the end of the year. I enter like low power mode, so it would be a strongly agree. But for about 10 months out of the year, I am like slow and steady. I will grind out content. I'll be like, okay, we're not doing a daily analytics. We're going to look at my monthly analytics.
Right.
So I disagree.
I haven't, like, I am capable of that, but it's based on where my energy is and where my sort of excitement is. So, and that doesn't, I'm like not endlessly excited all the time, unfortunately.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. So like when it comes back around, I have that burst and then it's just like a bunch of output,
I hear you. Okay. Oh, snap. 90% done. We're about ready to wrap this up. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Your emotions control you more than you control. Can you control your emotions more than you control them?
Some people can. Some people
what? You're just like, I'm not going to feel angry right now.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like a lot of what like in like mindfulness and stuff, like you learn to catch your emotions like as you're experiencing them and like observe them as like a third party rather than to like act on those emotions, and so it's just like pausing and identifying and feeling. It's just like you can not control but
be in control just by feeling them.
Be in control despite feeling them. Yeah, I would say that though for myself, light agree.
Okay. I would say I lightly disagree. For the most part, if I look at like my actions, if you will, a lot of times you can tell I thought about it for a second. Now, in terms of feeling, I feel everything. Okay. After a long, oh no. I haven't even finished reading this, and that's a strong disagree. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need.
Also strong disagree.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, if I'm drained, there's no energy with which to party.
That's the last thing I need. Okay.
Yeah.
You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life.
Strong agree.
I was going to say, you've got to think about these kind of things.
Yeah. I strongly agree because mostly I am, even in small ways, improving my life with technology.
Yeah.
And I often think about why these things don't exist more widely.
Yeah. I would say I lightly agree. Obviously, I think sometimes I'm like, sheesh. I wonder what this is going to be like in a few years, because it's already so far from where it was a few years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something.
Medium agree. Sometimes I'm, driven by emotion, but usually with my actions, I think about how other people are going to react, because a lot of times I'm concerned about like the external validation or whatever. So, yeah.
I would say I lightly agree. It's something I try to do for the most part. I try to consider. Now, I will say sometimes this starts getting into dangerous territory when other people is so loosely defined and you have an audience, because then you might start thinking, oh, how will all 10,000 people who are going to see this feel about it?
So that's true, because like now you, in big enough numbers, you hit the entire range of emotions. And so like that's not, that is impossible to consider.
Tricky.
So
okay. You still honor the commitments you have made, even if you have a change of heart.
I would say medium agree.
Okay.
I try to honor commitments, but if I truly am at like wit's end and don't feel capable of fulfilling the commitment, then I do I do have to let it go.
I hear you. I strongly disagree. I know a lot of times this is like not an encouraged thing, but honestly, if I said I was going to do something and then I ascertain that it's not going to help me or the person in question, I will back out of it, because I feel like at that point, I'm not doing myself or them a favor. And it's like, it's caused contention. It has. And I understand why, because it's a bit reckless. But a lot of times I've had to make the decision. I'm like, okay, you know what? I know that this was planned, but I'm unfortunately not going to be able, be able to deliver. And I am sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to like try to make it happen.
Yeah. Where I fall short is if I fail to like schedule it in and just forget in good faith, like, because sometimes I'm just like, I have a lot going on in my life, brain, whatever, and if I miss the window of like jotting it down, it's almost as if I didn't make the commitment.
Yes. Okay. Oh, snap. I think these are the last two questions. I don't say how the last one matters, but it says you rarely feel insecure.
Medium disagree.
Okay.
I would say like feeling insecure is like an everyday feeling that I always am combating with facts.
I would say I lightly agree. It's like, it's rare. Now, I not strongly agree. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm never insecure. Obviously, it crops up. If like something changes or you see like negative reinforcement for something, you could be like, oh snap, was I wrong all along? Was this thing that I thought I was talented at, I wasn't? But for the most part, I'm just like, oh gosh, I don't remember asking. Okay, I don't think the gender option matters that much, because we would still feel everything we would, even if we are women or non-binary.
I don't want that for their data.
Okay, so here is the fake, completely inaccurate test. Why does it look different on yours than it does on mine? What? Huh. Like yours has a band. What? Okay, whatever. The windows are the same size, but it has scaled differently. So you, my friend, according to this inaccurate test, that is not really an accurate indicator. INFP. Now, what did you say you were before we started this?
ENFJ. So this,
this is completely.
I'm completely different.
Completely different than what you thought you were, and probably the truth. Mine says ISFJ. Okay. So wait, I'm a that's not true. This is definitely not an accurate summation. I could have told you that right now. And yours says you're a what? A mediator. I feel like that's kind of true though.
I can buy it. I kind of want to see more about the like INFP.
Yeah, I would kind of agree that you're a bit of a mediator.
I can for sure see that for myself.
Wow, the art is so cute though. I love the art. Okay, let me see. Mind, energy. Oh snap! They have put me at 93% introverted. Wait, what?
Ooh,
you didn't get a chart, huh?
Where's my chart?
Well, Okay, wait. I have not clicked.
Oh, is it? Huh.
I'm so confused. Wait, did they yeet your results? That's not going to be good. Hold on. Your results. Okay. Yeah, turbulent mediator. Where's like the... Oh, here we go. We'll compare these right now.
Turbulent mediator.
So they have you at... Wait, what? Our results are the same now. Oh,
no.
snap. It's because we have it in the same browser window.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually worried about that.
Okay, it's no big deal. So you were INFP. What was mine?
Yeah.
Chat, who remembers what mine was?
Oh.
Someone in chat remembers what mine said, because I didn't agree with it. It was Defender. Hold on.
ISFJ.
ISFJ. I was like, why did it consolidate our results? We become the same person.
Yeah.
Okay, so 16 personalities, ISFJ. Yeah, they said I was the Defender, and they said that you were the mediator. Okay.
Yeah.
I strongly agree with yours. I strongly disagree with mine. Supportive, reliable, and patient. Where? When?
Yeah, I'm like strengths. Thoughtful, generous, open-minded, creative, passionate, loyal to their values. Yeah,
you literally are okay. Everything you just said is how I would describe you, unironically.
Yeah. Overly idealistic. I can get behind that. Self-critical. What's up? Impractical. Okay. Emotionally driven for sure. Conflict averse. I can see it. Difficult to get to know. Maybe.
Oh.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
I
don't know about that.
Yeah, it's like I think that I can be on a deeper level, perhaps.
Yeah.
More difficult to get to know. But
I think it's like two-sided, because on one side you are very easy to hit it off with immediately, but on the other hand, like actually getting to know you, I'm sure that takes a bit more.
Yeah. Well, even it's like someone close to me recently was like, there are parts of my life that they still don't know a lot about, and so I was like, okay.
So yeah, that could be true. I
can see it.
Mine, on the other hand, where are they getting this from? Enthusiastic? About what? About what? What did I say that led them to believe I'm so enthusiastic? Good practical skills, that's true. Okay, you know what? Listen, who cares about our strengths? Why are we focusing on the strengths of our personalities when we could be focusing on the weaknesses? Okay?
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I said mine, which I agree with. I agree with at least a lot of mine.
Okay, let me see what mine are. Humble and... Chat, apparently I am humble and shy.
What an accurate test.
D'Angelo Wallace, well known for being humble and shy. The two things that people always describe me as. Okay, what else do they have? Take things too personally. I do not take things too personally.
Yeah,
I've
like
never taken anything. Like, I'm actually, the fact that it says this at all, I find a bit offensive. Like, the implication that I would take something too personally is ridiculous.
Yeah.
If I've taken things personally, name every time I've ever taken anything personally.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, no, repress their feelings. Okay, yeah, sure. I think I even kind of acknowledge that. Right. I do. That one's true. I do repress my feelings. Overload themselves. True. Wait, why are all of the weaknesses about me true, but none of the strengths are true? All of the good.
Yeah, maybe that was like why they weighted it that way or something.
All of the good qualities about me I don't possess, but all of the negative qualities I'm like, oh, that's so me. This is bad.
Someone quoted you and said, "I'm offended you would think I take anything personally." That's a great line. Put that on a t-shirt.
Oh, this is offensive. Okay, wait. Reluctant to change? I don't know. I feel like I actually work well under change, but that I also don't want it to happen. So that's a 50-50 for me. Too altruistic. You know what the other problem is? I can easily assess other people and I can point out, oh, you have this, this, and this, and that, and this, and that.
Yeah.
But as for myself, I do find it very difficult to explain what kind of person I am.
Yeah, but yeah, I still don't think this like fits. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not necessarily a defender. That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Well, it's a bad test. Next time we'll have to
0
take
out of
a
10.
test that people like. But mine
Right.
was, close enough.
We had good conversation out of it. I think that's what really matters. Okay, wait.
I think that was what really. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
absolutely.
brought you here. Honestly, like I said at the beginning, personality tests are what they are. They're not
Yeah.
particularly
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah.
But as for that, okay. Well, listen, chat. We love Jarvis for coming to talk to us. Usually we just have 6 hours of like me struggling and being like, why is everything disconnecting? And oh, I didn't know I was muted. And for some reason, like 1,500 people still watch that 3 times a week anyway. But this time we had a whole other person. I'm serious.
Cool.
Jarvis has been nothing but nice to me, both like in and out, obviously on camera, contractually. There's a lot of social capital.
Appearances.
Yeah, to be gained.
You gotta keep up the.
But no, like outside, anytime I've been like, oh gosh, are you going through this weird YouTube thing? Jarvis has been like, yes. Or anytime Jarvis has been like, hey, how do you feel about this? I've tried to be there. So I just.
Yeah, I really do appreciate that. So
Yeah.
much.
I love. It's hard. It's like people don't realize how hard it is to not have coworkers. Like,
oh my god,
it's very abnormal. So having somebody who I can talk to who does the same thing has just been instrumental in making me happy. So thank you, Jarvis, for talking to us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I had a wonderful time. I'm probably gonna sit on a couch now
And think about your life.
Think about my regrets.
Yes, regret number 1 being coming into this Shark Tank of a stream.
Put me through the ringer. No, this is super awesome. I would love to come back if you'd ever have me.
Oh, please, just wait. That's awesome. The thing. That's the thing. This has been not just for me to have a good time and enjoy myself, but longtime viewers know the whole point of this stream is for clout. We're currently rolling at like the 1 to 2 average viewer range, but we're gunning for 10K. So once I'm back at the 10K viewer range and you can now get canceled by saying things on my stream, we'll have you back and it'll be the ringer.
Sounds great. That's it. I mean, that's exciting. Yeah. Put light a fire under my butt. Okay.
Yes.
Should I just hop out of the call? Cause you're going to continue streaming, right?
No, actually probably not. Theoretically, there should be like 2.5 more hours. But the problem is, this was emotionally draining.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Honestly, this should have been a case where. Oh wait, so do you want to stick around for our raid? Because it only takes a few more minutes.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, chat raid suggestions. Hold on, I got to pull up my raid music. This is like a thing that we do. Oops, I just covered Jarvis's face with my Spotify. Let me see.
Great music choice.
Jarvis Johnson, my favorite artist. Segment themes. The raid. Okay, let me turn this up so people can actually hear. Snap. What's up?
No, you're good. You're good. Your audio went away for a second, but it's
okay. I need the raid suggestions. Remember, we don't leave chat. We get yeeted. I kick you out. Wait, I need the raid. Okay, yeah, bet. This is a thing. This is actual thing. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Where's my sword? Oh, here it is.
There's some people saying.
Okay, bet. So who are we raiding
Johnson
today, chat? Who are we gonna raid? I can't hear Jarvis anymore. Jarvis, we love you. Sweet Anita, Ranboo, Julian. Oh, these are great suggestions. Oh, snap. Remember the raid message. D'Angelo has blessed you with our presence. Julian's a good pick. I love Sweet Anita. Evan Edinger. Oh, is he live? What's his Twitch? Mods, chat. I love Evan Edinger. I bought my camera because Evan Edinger said this is a good camera, even though it's really expensive. And I was like, you can't lie. So I bought it and he was right. I need his exact Twitch if he's actually live right now. Hold on. Oh, maybe if I put Twitch, that would work. Oh, it's just all one word. That's a great name. Oh, he's live. We're gonna raid Evan. If you've never heard of him, that's your fault. He's super nice. Okay. He's been nothing but fantastic for the longest time too. Bit of an OG, okay? Did it work? Oh, snap. Oh, it's working. Okay, bet.
It's working.
900 people in the raid. 900 people in the raid. D'Angelo has blessed you with our presents. We are raiding right now. Okay, wow, that was one of my biggest raids ever. What the heck, bro? Okay, let me stop streaming.